Hey everyone, I'm Adam.
Oh, hi, I'm Debbie.
And me, I'm Sunny Justice, and this is How We Flex. Derek, he's come. There he is. I know. Just as I put up Derek Farmers, thank you for the donation. And yes. Hello, Blaine. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So, Derek Farmer, thank you very much for the $10 donation. And Gene Olson, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, KD is perfectly fine in Frankfurt. He's my bestie, my POI, my bestie. But yeah, so let's just give out some hellos. Do you want to give out the hellos?
Yeah, hellos? For sure. Callie, how are you doing? Gene Olson, Melissa Bex, hello. Welcome, guys. Deb, hello.
Oh, we said Gene Olson. We can say Deb. Let's go down. There's Ozzy. Okay.
Ozzy, hello. What is that? Sees through,
I think.
Sees through. Hello. Paris, good evening. Jill Mosier, how are you? Hopefully you're well. Who dis? What up, though? Sharon Parker, hello. Remy's, what's up? Cynthia, welcome. Hello.
Let's see who else we got. Mike. There we go.
Mike, yeah. Hello, Mike.
What else we got?
And we got Purdue. Hello. Polygraph. I like that. That's cool. What's up?
Did we say this one already? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. If we did, oh well. Hello again, Cynthia.
And this one I don't recall. Let's see.
Nope. Fancy McIntyre or McIntyre. Hello. Ivy. Hello. Kimmy, hello. D. Ashley, what's happening? Journey, what's up? Faithful follower. Tech Death Hippie, hello. Kiwi Bridget, welcome. Stephanie Robertson, howdy. Mimi, hello.
Yeah, and look, and then I think this one.
Lake Michigan. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay. I don't know why it's not showing our names.
I don't know. We had this happen last time.
I know. I don't know why it does that. To be honest, I'm just going to put that up. I don't know why it does that. Banners. Yeah. I don't know. What's this banner? I don't even know.
There it is.
Oh, see, I just had to play with it for a second. There we go. Yeah.
Yes.
So, did you have a work day today?
Oh yeah, man, I had a heck of a work day. It was 11 mile-an-hour wind, and I had to wrap a house with wrap. So fighting the wind and getting up 2 stories. Me and 2 other guys, it was crazy trying to get it done. And it got to the point where we were going to stay till 5:30, and I was like, at 4 o'clock, I'm like, I'm done. I'm tired of fighting.
Done. Absolutely, I know. I always have to race home. Yesterday, I didn't even actually get out till 6 o'clock. Just after 6 o'clock, missed a phone call that I was supposed to have with Angela, and yeah, it was just one of those days, you know.
Yeah, I know. Me and Aunt Clara spoke this morning. We talked for a little bit about some things. We talk every other day or so about things. She's from Australia. She's on here all the time. I don't know if she's on here tonight, but yeah, she calls me. And
okay. I was going to say, I only know the name from being in the chat. So I was going to see if that was the same one.
Yep, that's the same one.
Yeah. Are you just doing it for the accent? Don't tell your wife that, of course.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I said, too. Oh,
I know. I always say that my husband's almost perfect. He's got a British accent, but I do love the Australian accent. Not gonna
Yes.
lie.
There's something about it.
I know. It's just, I don't know. It just draws me in every time I hear it. I don't know. I know it's got the extra little twang at the end of it, the little higher note and stuff.
Yes, yes.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's just, I'm like, it's Australian. You know, people think that my husband has Australian, but usually on this side of the world, we're a little bit more ignorant to the different accents, you know, like meaning a lot of British ones, because it's off of the British, really, that they actually sound, you know, if you don't know.
Yeah.
I've made that mistake a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then New Zealand. I said one time to a gentleman, I think it was at Home Depot, and I said, "Oh, are you from Australia?" And he's like, he gave me like honestly, he got very snarky, and then he said, "I'm from New Zealand" or something like that.
Oh,
And
wow.
I like to say like, and I'm just like, "Well, I'm so sorry, but y'all sound like to me." But
Yeah.
maybe not the best thing to say, but most people understand. But I thought, you know, he was a worker there, and he was an older gentleman, but you know, I guess it's kind of like, I don't take offense if somebody says, "Are you from the US?" It's like, "No, I'm from Canada." Eh?
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, I'm from Canada. Hey, don't you
Yeah.
know? You guys say, don't you know? And
Yeah. My husband says we say sorry too much. I guess,
why? Yeah.
you know,
We do too, you know.
yeah. Probably drink too much syrup as well. I
Oh,
don't know.
gosh. I can only imagine.
Yeah. But anyways, so Blaine, I said we were going to talk about your channel because I know that you've been on here a lot and we've talked about it a little bit. I love the name. I know you had built it from before because obviously it says that you built it in 2014 or whenever it was.
Yes.
And it's called
Extracted Thoughts. The reason I came up with that is because I think about everything. I have an open mind to everything. And other people do too. You know, on the channel we're going to cover. It's an open channel. You know, I'm going to cover crime, different things, and I want to be the voice for people who are afraid to speak or who can't speak. You know, as well as still doing stuff with you and your channel, obviously, because you guys are my family.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah. So I want to. I think me and my cousin are going to do, I think our first live we're going to introduce you guys into a little bit of the gang world and how that works.
Yeah.
I think that's what we've been talking about and trying to give some information and try to help parents keep their kids off of, you know, to be more aware what to look for, things like that. So.
I was going to say I remember my husband introduced me to a channel a while back. Now I cannot think of his name for the life of me. And I remember he was in prison, and I think he did a lot of like burglaries and like jewelry heists and different things. And I cannot think of his name, and it's bugging me. But you know what? I remember when my husband introduced me, he was at about, I don't know, a couple thousand subscribers. Do you know that this guy is, I think, over 1 million subscribers now?
Oh, wow.
And you know what he did, Blaine? And this is what I was going to say to you, actually. We were always very intrigued. I mean, you don't hide the fact that you spent time in prison and different things like that. Larry Lawton, there's my husband right there, Stormer. He's a gamer. Hi,
That's
husband.
awesome.
This is my third, fifth online husband. His name is Blaine, according to some of the gossip out there from those troll channels, but whatever. So,
Oh,
Blaine, that's my husband, Steve Austin, Stormer, like I said. So he's a gamer. He plays, I think, Apex Legends, him and his brother. But so what we thought, like I said, this gentleman, Larry Lawton, amazing stories from his past. Meaning all he was trying to do, he was making a YouTube channel to tell his story, to tell the different stories. And, so basically he told his story over some different segments. And then he would start, talking about exactly this. Like he would kind of give you the ins, the outs of what went on in there. So I was going to say the same thing to you because people really like myself, right? Find it interesting regardless. We're sorry, of course, but obviously if you do a crime and you did it, you got to pay for the crime. But
yep.
again, it's how you come out of it and bounce back that counts at the end of the day. And so Larry Lawton, again, was just trying to share his experience, knowing full well what he had done, was accountable for it, and it just was has been sharing stuff to the world. And again, and just because of his genuineness and, telling his stories, he got just amazing amounts of subscribers. It's crazy. But the
Wow.
thing is that that's what I was going to say, the same thing to you, because we've, like, we've never really talked about, say, like, you know what I mean, when you get into somebody's past and you say, okay, well, what happened here? So that's
Yeah.
something to think about for your channel. I mean, I don't want to use up it all on here. If you, like I said, you're going to be doing a channel, uh certain things you want to talk about, sure, but
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to talk certain things. And then, of course, you guys are my family too. I want to save a lot, some stuff here, some stuff there. You know what I
We
mean?
can
And
all grow together, right?
yeah,
So,
grow together. And if you don't know my channel, Peace Not Silence just posted the link. So go
thank you.
subscribe, please, and thank you. Show some support and love. I will probably, I haven't set a date, but it'll probably be this weekend that we do our first video. Of course, not when Sonny and Deb and Adam do theirs, because I'm always tuned into theirs.
Thank you. Appreciate that. A lot of us do try to, we can't always, but we always do try to respect people's times, but knowing full well that, everyone has the right to do whatever they want, um, type of thing. But we try to be respectful of other people's lives, especially if it's kind of the group that we, kind of have made friends with, because again, you're here for a purpose of trying to help the missing, the murdered, give knowledge, give your
Yes.
experience. So if people just remember that this is what it's really about, and stay based on that, like that's the most beautiful thing you can do, regardless, is helping others. It's there's nothing more beautiful, honestly, than besides your husband, I love you. There's nothing more better though in the world than really helping others. It's always been that way for me since I've been little, and it's not like I thought about doing it. It's just who I am as a person. You know, I get enjoyment out of it. It makes me happy to make others happy. It just
Me
does.
too. Me too.
You know,
I'm right there with you, because I took my negativity. Now I want to take my negativity and turn it into something positive, because I've been a leader my whole life, and whether it's been, now I want to help. I want to be a voice like you inspired, like you guys inspired me, and to have me
yeah,
come on, and then other people, like, I didn't really think about it, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. And thank you, Stefa.
yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Steffa.
Yeah, I didn't want to, and then other people were like, oh, you're so good at it, and like you would be good at it. And so it gave me an idea. I thought about it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah,
And so I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I do have a couple things that I want to say. Like I know
Absolutely.
who is that? There was a video posted a couple days ago where somebody didn't agree with me getting a DOC number. What's
Oh,
C? Uh,
yeah.
yeah, but that's okay.
Those channels that don't count, those ones.
Yeah, we made amends. But I do want to give you guys, a little surprise to stay tuned on Sonny's channel because guess what? He messaged me back and not everybody else. I've been talking to Gabe. We're not going to get into it, so that's for later dates, and
Yep.
we'll see what we have for you guys.
Absolutely. And yeah, like I said, we'll just do us, and those other people can do themselves.
That's right.
If they have issues with it, that's a them problem and not a us problem. Um, and so, yeah, that is so cool. So glad, like I said, that he messaged you back, and yeah, and we'll talk about that at a later date. And you got all these people that are subscribing to you right now. They're saying so. Again, I was actually just gonna bring it up. Let's see here. You said Peace dropped the link there, I believe.
Yes, Peace dropped the link.
My bad. I should have had this ready myself. But
That's okay.
when I got home from work today, I was just scrambling. I was just like, I gotta finish this video. Gotta finish this video.
Oh man, I loved it. It looked good.
Yeah.
Well, not the one that you show me, but like I like how you added the bullets to the intro.
Oh, to the intro. I
Yeah.
and I need to show Steffa because she wants to know how to do videos and stuff. And I really enjoy doing videos. I
What
do.
software do you use?
I used a couple of them. I use this program that's called NCH. So, and then I use another one that's in partner with that one, which is out of NCH, and that one is here. Let me just see if I can share my screen quickly.
Thank you guys
Um,
for subbing to my channel. Peace just posted it again.
I was gonna say, okay, let's go one thing at a time here. So Peace just posted that. So let me click on that, and I'm gonna take you over to share screen.
Yes.
And
Straight from the horse's mouth. To answer your question, there was a big drug bust here in Kokomo about that. So yeah, that was handled a couple years ago.
Blaine, have you had a chance to talk with the DEA about on the trafficking of? Okay, I remember you mentioning about that stuff like that.
Yeah, it was there was an operation where they cleared it up. So
Yeah,
this is my channel.
yeah.
Yes.
And oh, you got 32 subscribers. So come on, you guys. Anyone watching this live tonight, again, I know your channel is going to be a success and I know it's going to be great. And so if anyone, please subscribe to Blaine's channel. I really love the name Blaine, Extracted Thoughts. I'm actually like, I love my channel name too, that I thought, I was like, oh, it's a criming shame or crying shame. And then I remember going, oh, it's a crime. How about it's a criming shame? And then I kind of Googled it. Did anybody else have that one? Did anybody else think of it? Didn't see anything. So I was like, it's a criming shame. So I love the name of ours. And I am really kind of jealous because I like that name too. Extracted Thoughts. You know,
Yes.
it really is a great name. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah, when I was picking it, I was like, man, I need something that's just going to catch attention. Because I think a lot. I get into deep, and I have a lot of thoughts about things, and I've been through a lot, and I know other people have too. So I want to share their thoughts, and if I have somebody on, I'm going to extract what they're thinking. So I was like,
yeah,
extracted thoughts.
absolutely. Because I have a thinking brain myself. I'm always like you said yourself. I am open to pretty much everything. When I say that, meaning if someone tells me, hey, there's aliens, possibly, okay, there's this
Yeah,
or that. I never, when it comes to that stuff, I never say never for that stuff. So, I mean, some people that, if we're talking about bridge guy and POI and say I'm tunnel vision and whatever, totally different story. I do my
yeah.
homework and I do
That's
it
where you're
well.
going to put more of your
Yeah.
time in. Yeah.
Absolutely. But when it comes to like life in general, I just have a very open mind.
Mhm.
I know that I'm very, like I said, I could care less. I'm not judgmental. It depends on what you do though. If like you don't cross my boundaries because the moral compass is always there. And when I'm talking about that, it's just like I said, you try to do good. You try to be a better person in the world. So meaning if you're someone that's constantly making mistakes and you're constantly committing crimes and stuff like that, and you're not learning from anything, and you're still doing bad things to people. I hate it when people take advantage of other people,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
they use them for their own purposes. Now, again, people that don't know me, that maybe on, like the trolls or whatever, might say stuff like that. It's not how I work. I'm a genuine friend. Uh, you can basically always trust. I'm loyal, but if you lie to me or try to make me believe shit that's not true, or try to, like that stuff, well, I'll catch you usually, because I'm too intuitive for that crap. But but in saying that, like I said, so it's, for me, it's just about, like I said, being, loyal, honest, decent person in the world. And you
Yes.
know and so, yeah.
That's all you get in this life, is your character. That's, uh, who you are reflects how others see you. You know what I mean? And you said it perfect.
Mhm.
Thank you guys for subscribing. Everybody that subscribed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Peace. I love you, but buddy, and if you can keep posting that, of course, throughout the night for Blaine, that would be amazing. Or if anybody else out there that's a mod that wants to post that link, yeah, because, like, let's work on getting you started. I
Yes.
what
Thank you.
But you basically, just for the purpose of knowing, you might know this already, but typically someone you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can monetize, and you have to have 4,000 hours of videos watched. It doesn't take very long, Blaine. Um, like I said, I can easily see your channel growing very fast, because, again, there's people like myself who love the knowledge, because I wish I understood that more when it comes to Delphi, because almost everyone I look up has a criminal past. And
Yes.
looking at the dockets and these things, these are things that I don't understand as much. I can read them, and I get the fact that this person, what they're in for, but there's a lot of stuff that I just don't know the, verbiage that well
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of like the people person. I can read people, I can do research well, I can look at things and do that really well. But when it comes, that would be more my twin's forte, if anything. But she's not into this whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, she didn't even want to come on our birthday.
Oh.
I know. We're two different. We're from two different pods. And so, yeah. Oh, I was going to show you quickly. So I'm going to stop screen. If you guys can, again, Extracted Thoughts is Blaine's channel, and again, he's just bringing it up. So be prepared for some lives to come out and talks. And again, if ever you're on here, whichever, and even if you're not on here, you just let me know. I can promote it from this channel. We will do that for you as well. Promote it on my Twitter. Promote it in our Facebook group.
Oh, you're stuck with me too, so I'm not
But
going
yeah,
anywhere.
absolutely. So let me stop screen for a second, and I'll share the screen. And let me see, share screen, Chrome, and, well, if I show my entire screen, maybe I'll just do that. Share my entire screen. Does it let me?
Yes.
Is it showing it or no?
No, it's not showing it right now.
Oh, weird. It's like, it's saying window, and then it's saying entire screen. But, oh, share system audio. Weird. It doesn't actually let me show that. Huh. Okay. Well, anyways. So,
Ooh, Kimmy, yes, that is awesome. I'm glad you have questions. Thank you for the subscribe. If you have anything, again, on my channel, you can email me if you have questions. My Facebook is Blaine Phoenix Nelson. If you have anything that you want to know about, something that you want us to talk about, feel free to email me, message me on Facebook, whatever, and I'll do my best. If you have questions,
oh,
maybe even pull you on also.
mhm. Oh, I'm sure Blaine will have us on as a guest, on his channel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't wait.
If not, thunder or lightning, right? Which one? Which one?
That's
Which
right.
one?
Together. They go together like peas and carrots.
Right. I always say peanut butter jelly. That's
Yeah.
my always expression. So this one here, I'm just going to take this down. So this one here, Blaine, is my NCH program. So
Okay.
this is the one that, so I use this one for certain things. I use Filmora Wondershare, which is my
I
other
like
one.
Filmora. I've used Filmora. I'm familiar with that.
Okay, so if you're Filmora, if you're familiar with Filmora, I love Filmora
Hmm.
for all the different things that you can do. Like I'm a creative person, and I know you are too. And I know that was a really good rap little thing that I put back to you, wasn't it? I that
Yes, yes. Thank you.
the thing is that I can write songs, I can write poems, I can do a lot of things. I don't know how to put music behind it, besides in my head. Can't sing it.
Well, that's why you got me.
I like write, but I can write. So I'm very creative. I've always have been. So something like Filmora Wondershare is absolutely beautiful to use. So now you don't have to, but there's a program here, and let me just see if I can pull it up and stop screen and share screen again. I'm sure there's a faster way of me doing this, but okay. So you see this little program here. This
Okay.
okay, so this one is my debut professional. So let's say I want to record us right now, or what's in the chat if I want to. So I'll just here. Let me see if I can just quickly go to it. Tell me if you can. No, I guess okay. So if I want to, I don't know if it's going to show you. It's not going to show you, is it? No.
No, it's
Okay.
almost like a capture card.
It absolutely is. It's whoops. It basically captures, right, exactly that. It
I used to use Pinnacle Studios a lot.
oh, okay. Never, I haven't heard of that, but yeah. So if I want to get something from a video or just record it, so anyone else that's watching, again, all you have. So this one right here is beautiful because I record what I want to. Like, let's just say I want to record ocean sound and put it to my a video of the sound. I go to my clip stock and I download the things, but there's no sound to it. So then I go to somebody's YouTube site, listen to some ocean music. Oh, I just record that, bring it in, type of thing. And so, yeah, I love it. And so then I, of course, take this and I hit, open up the recording thing and I click edit, and then it brings it into the NCH program, and then I just clip and edit it. But the difference, so that's what that's great for. Is just if I want to record us right now talking, I would just hit record. There you go. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. And of course, let me just go. And this is let me hit stop screen. I know you know more about this stuff, but I'm doing this kind of for Stepha's sake as well, even though I need to show her.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. It's always about learning.
so now this one is like the video, for instance, I was working on.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, I
Right,
can.
right. And so Filmora, right? I just
Yes.
love it. You go into titles, whatever, let's just say I want to use this one. So I'm not going to lie. It's just that this one right here, I don't really need to purchase it because I can use the capture from NCH and just capture what I need and record it. So it will say, try it. Okay, great. I'll try it. Great. And then, so like that, right? I know you understand probably this. If I want to do that and then I just click on it, I can click this, I go to advanced. Okay, so if I want to change the title, it's going to take me here and I'll put stuff. We'll put stuff. Whoops, I didn't spell Steffa's name right there. So love Steffa. I can move it around if I want exactly. If I want to, again, I can animate it, and just make it do whatever. See, so Steffa, can you see your name there? It's doing that. Maybe I'll make it like bounce down
That's
like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
I
But
actually used this for my first music video I ever released.
yeah. And you know what I probably like one of the things that I love the most too, Blaine, is that, I can go in and you can sit there, and you can make it move, like float across the screen, and do all that stuff with it. Whoops, hit okay. Um, and yeah, that I can sit there and take something, whatever, and make it go across the screen. But it has like let's just hit okay. but it has like, so it has audio, and usually audio sucks, you know, like in all honesty. Usually throughout the audio, you can find a few good things, you know. It's a great program for people that want to create videos. It's a great program, effects, right? Look at
Oh
it.
yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah,
I
I
love
love this
those.
stuff. You know, it's just awesome. I just like creating. I like using the different things, transitions, you know, like say here, for instance, I want to use a transition, which you probably again, obviously know, you know, add it to the screen,
Yeah.
put a transition in there. Steph, are you watching? Okay. So I'm just gonna bring this. So I like the perks of both, but I like to, what I do is I like to make it here, capture it, and bring it over to the NCH and then do it there. I know I don't have to, but I just want to drag this. The only thing I hate about this one is that you always got to make it bigger sometimes to grab it. I'm trying to grab it. See, there we go. Okay. So as the transition comes in, you know,
Reported the incident to the Cass County Sheriff's Department 90 minutes
one
later.
sec.
When asked why
Here
she
it
waited
comes.
so long to call the police, she said her focus was on catching the guy who tried to get her daughter.
Okay, so you know, like I said, add a different transition or whatever. I've already recorded this. It's already back on my NCH or whatever. I'm just going to come back over to where you are. I got to find you. Anyways, love doing this stuff. This
Yes.
Filmora Wondershare, I just find it, I just love it for the animation things, the transitions I can do, that to add the titles, I can make it like a news, like, you know, coming live, news, da 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 da. You can do a lot of different things. Yeah, yeah.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Yes, I do believe Kegan Kline was also trafficking meth through the Vegas connection. You're not going to go to Vegas for just weed. I'm sorry to tell you. It's just hands down. You're not. If you're going out there, you know that's it's a gateway. You know what I mean? It's a way to pick up. From my experience with my crew, that's you get it for dirt cheap. You come out here and you raise taxes on it. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like he made a trip for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely had to be a reason. And so yeah, so his case, I'm just looking, yeah, for Kegan Kline. When did it get moved to? Like January 18th of 2023 or something like that?
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't looked here recently.
Um, I went into our main chat, and obviously it's been spammed. Oh yeah, January. Hey, I was right, Deb. So Deb put in there, Kegan Kline's court days case has been moved to January 18th of 2023. Um, so with that being said, I'm gonna stop screen here. Again, Steffa, don't worry, I'll be showing you how to do this for the creating of the video. I know that we have a date for that. It's just so hard when you got lives, and then it's like lives, and then you're working, and then you come home, and then some days you're just tired and don't want to do anything. Even though I don't think there's ever a day that goes by that I don't do anything after work. I'm always doing something.
I know.
And oh, and yesterday was like, oh my goodness, the people, they just a full circle. It's like,
Don't you love that when they do that?
well, the, the thing was with this one, I was looking at the, okay, I'm not going to talk about that one yet. Well, I'll talk about it later after we watch the video of it. So before I play the video, did you need to go for a fur?
Yes, I will. I will go
Okay.
for a second.
Yeah, and
Um,
I'm just gonna vape myself here while you go do that, and I'm just gonna look at some questions or see what people are saying. Okay.
Alrighty.
See you in a minute. Alrighty. So let's see here. What do we got? People saying, oh, let's see. Why you ever come to? Is that even English? What is that? You ever come to New York? I work Q2 Embassy Suite by Hilton. Oh, you know what? I seen Gabe Ellis's message that Blaine sent me, and I'll tell you, that's almost in line with what I was reading. That type of verbiage. I had to read it a couple times to be honest with you. And let's see here. What state? I thought I just read that Hilton had a new. Yeah, Hilton. And yeah, I think he already did this one. Well, anyway, I'll see what new questions are down at the bottom, if anything. Oh, there goes Melissa again. You like to really shorthand it, don't you, Melissa? Yeah, been there a year because New York mom has dementia, stayed at home care. Ooh, ooh. Oh, and she broke her femur. Oh, okay. So, well, that wasn't funny, but I was just trying to understand your words. Sorry about that. Sorry, Melissa. You know what? I'm almost going to think, Melissa, and I hate to say this, but I almost think that, Michael has one up on you on this stuff, because I always thought that his was really bad to try to understand. Okay. Hey, Deb. We'll get into the Kegan Kline stuff and that in just a minute. Thank you, Callie. Yeah. Yeah. Prayers for your mom. There was a customer, Melissa, that was in today. And he was, he's an RCMP officer, and he says that he retires on September 28th, I believe he said. But anyway, his mom, I'm like, well, how old's your mom? Because he said she was in the hospital, and, that his wife had to go back to Philippines to go have an operation. His mom, he might have to go back out there. His mom's 100. And his dad died only in March at the age of 98. I'm like, well, that's just like the king and the queen. I mean, that's a long life, isn't it? But yeah, so 100 years old. Anyways, prayers for your mom, Melissa, and prayers for your typing skills. Okay. Just kidding. I don't want to go up that far north. I wish I did. Let's see. Okay. I just wonder if anyone knows if there is a Kurt Ellis related to Gabe Ellis. Well, you know what? That's a Blaine question when he comes in. I'm sure I could pull up Gabe Ellis and see if there is, but what I've noticed, of course, is that I'll find like a Vansicle. It was funny, actually. I messaged a Vansicle and I said, hey, do you know Garrett Kurtz? Because he's got the Vansicle line. It's not a very common last name. But the person said no, that they didn't know that person. Whether it was true or not, it's a different story. But it's one of those things that sometimes when I'm like looking around and searching, and then you see like the same names, like Ellis, I see a lot. AD, I saw Ellis a lot, to be honest with you. And I'm thinking to myself too, like, is this related to Gabe Ellis or just a total? Because Ellis isn't such an uncommon name, So yeah, we can ask Blaine that one. Yes, my dad too. He passed away of COVID though. So sorry, Lisa. But I am passionate about caring for elderly and white design activities because they don't. Absolutely. I always have the most compassion, and I shouldn't say this, but it's true. The most compassion for animals, kids, and the elderly. The weather did cool off today, Jetta. Yeah. Husband's air conditioning unit came today, and I'm like, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring it up tomorrow because it's really heavy with the dolly, and I'm like, you mean that $700 unit that you probably didn't need to get? And he's like, well, it's going to be really hot out this weekend, I think. Still. But I get it. It's, right in the living room and the little dining room area there. It is like you walk out there and you're just like, I think I'll just stay back in my room here, because my computer's here. My husband's is out in the living room. And no, his is in the dining room area, and Ryan's is in the living room, I guess you could call it. Now, this is all in a one-bedroom apartment, okay? Because my brother-in-law came to live with us from England last year. Welcome back, Blaine.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so AD was asking a question. And I'm not sure if you know the answer, but where did AD's question go? Wait. It was, here it is. Just wondering if there is a Kurt Ellis. Do you know a Kurt Ellis at all that's related to a Gabe, or maybe he's not even related?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that person added me on Facebook today. Really?
AD or Kurt Ellis?
No, it was Corey Ellis added me.
Oh, okay. Because when I was looking yesterday, there was like a bunch of different, Ellis's, and I'm keep going. Every time I see Ellis, I'm like,
What
gay
the heck?
relation? Because it's a common name. Wait, what?
My computer just messed up.
Oh, okay. Is it good?
Wow, my computer just blacked out.
Oh, what have you been doing?
Nothing. That was weird.
Is it okay now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. It keeps blacking out. That's weird.
Is it hot?
No, it's not hot at all.
No.
I'm trying to check the battery.
Oh, okay. You're on your computer right now?
Yeah, that's weird. It just kept blacking out for some reason.
Yeah. Well, if I'm all by myself, I'll know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I have a list of recurring names, but many are not that uncommon. Exactly. I've confirmed a few family names connected to this. Also wondering if you have ever heard of a Blake Logan Boyd.
Blake Boyd?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Maybe.
Maybe. It's possible.
You know what was funny, actually, Blaine? Because of mostly you and a little bit of Vincent, but mostly you, I'm not sure how many people you have on your friends list.
I have
But
over 1,000.
Okay, so that is why. Because every time I'm going to look at all these people, it says, you have a mutual friend. You have a mutual friend. And I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, who's the mutual friend? Oh, there's Blaine again. Oh, there's Blaine again.
Yeah, I'm a very popular guy. A lot of people know me and
Oh, well, I was going to say, I'm going to play the video and then we'll come back and talk, okay? Alrighty. So, again, you can just turn off your screen if you want, chill out, whatever you want to do, because I'll be taking myself off the screen in just a sec here, too. And, oh, I guess I want to play a video. I don't want to. Okay, video file. Downloads. I try to keep it easy on myself. Downloads. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute, or well, about 15 to be honest with you.
sounds good.
Hey everyone, this is Sunny Justice. And before we get into the Kegan Kline, we're going to take it back to May 13th of 2010. Mother warns of an abduction attempt, but actually there's two mothers. So spreading the word, Erica Miller and her neighbor, Cheryl Swafford, post a flyer inside the washing well laundry in Logansport. Miller had been circulating information that someone tried to abduct her 9-year-old daughter to as many places as she can in an attempt to make people aware of the incident. A mother whose 9-year-old daughter was nearly abducted by a masked man in Young America last week has taken the matter of catching the culprit into her own hands. Erica Miller has been posting flyers throughout the town and surrounding communities. Her goal is that someone can identify the skinny white male who stands about 6 feet tall, who entered her backyard Thursday wearing a black ski mask and a black gloves while in pursuit of her daughter. I want this guy caught, Miller said Tuesday. According to an account given by her daughter, the man drives a white extended cab pickup truck with gray primer spots. He reportedly pulled into Miller's driveway in the 1300 block of East Rouge Street in Young America at about 3:30 p.m. Thursday. The daughter heard the vehicle pull up, saw the man exit, and became scared when he quickly approached her, Miller said. One of Miller's 2 dogs knocked down the man, who got up, continued approaching the girl. She had to let the other dog off its chain just before dropping to the ground and screaming. As the man approached the girl, he made a reference that he was sick of waiting. The second dog also attacks the man, who then fled. Miller was not home at the time. She had been running late after taking her husband to the doctor's appointment. She learned of the incident from a phone call and rushed home, arriving within 20 minutes, she said. Miller reported the incident to the Cass County Sheriff's Department 90 minutes later. When asked why she waited so long to call the police, she said her focus was on catching the guy who tried to get her daughter. She admits that she should have called 911 sooner, but says since the police got involved, they have provided her family with little comfort. I don't think this is taken very seriously at all, Miller said. I'm disappointed. They're here to help and protect these kids, and they're not doing it. Deputy Gary Armstrong responded to the scene. He claims there has been some sort of miscommunication. He said Miller only told her that the man had tried stealing their dogs. He said no one told him that the man tried abducting the girl. In his report, he noted the man said, "He was tired of waiting, give me your dogs." Armstrong assigned another deputy the task force of patrolling Young America when children got off the bus, and he said he positioned his squad car near the girl's home as she exited the bus on Monday. He told Miller to call the police if the man was seen again. Armstrong and Detective Tom Helfin re-interviewed the family on Tuesday after Armstrong received an emailed version of the flyer Miller has been circulating. Armstrong said the girl is now telling a different story, which is troubling to the officer. "You hate not to take it serious," he said. Miller claimed the initial police report, contained inaccuracies such as the description of the attacker. She also said she informed Armstrong of the abduction attempt during his first response. "He wasn't there to get my dogs," Miller said. "This is not the only incident involving criminal act toward a girl in Young America in the last week. A man who also had on a black ski mask was seen standing outside the window of Miller's neighbor, Cheryl Swafford, as the family watched movies as part of the family's movie night. At about 3 a.m. Sunday, the 12-year-old girl noticed a man staring at her through the window. He was reportedly standing so close to the window his breath could be seen forming on the glass. The girl's father bolted out the door in pursuit of the peeping Tom as the mother called 911. The man escaped. A sheriff's deputy visited the family and took down their account of what happened, but she said no one ever returned to photograph footprints left in the flower bed just outside the window. Miller said she hoped investigators would check local medical facilities to see if anyone was treated recently for multiple dog bites. Armstrong said the sheriff's department will continue its investigation in an attempt to find the culprit. He stressed that when a crime occurs, people need to call the police immediately because that increases the chances of catching the person in the area. "We don't have a lot of leads to follow up on, but we will keep an eye out on the area and keep looking out for him," he said. Surrounding law enforcement agencies also know about the incident. Armstrong said they will also be on the lookout for the white pickup truck. Kokomo police officer Jeff Packard is coach of the 9-year-old girls softball team. He had also been circulating the account of what happened via email and Facebook. He asked that if anyone with information about the attempted abduction contact either the sheriff's department. Although she is not ruling out Logansport Police, Lieutenant Kathy Collins does not believe Young America abduction attempt is related to the abduction and rape of a 4-year-old girl in Logansport during the early morning hours of May 2nd. Okay, so that is two incidents that happened back in 2010. And these two incidents happened right near the Klines' home. "Hey, Gray Hughes, look at me now. You're going to be proud." And it goes like this. And I'm wrong. Here we go. Okay, so back in 2010, there was 2 ski mask incidents. And basically right here, so the Klines lived here, according to Bart, the half-brother. He said that they lived here to about 2003. And then they had moved down to this home till about approximately, I think, about 2010, I believe, but I don't want to say for sure. Regardless of all that, there was 2 ski incident mask incidents. So, of course, Erica Miller was the second one. So she's the one, they were posting both of them, and she's the one where the daughter said it was 6 foot tall, skinny, white male. So this was the first one that happened here, but as Erica Miller's in the, like I said, the interview that we just had read, this one happened a week prior to Erica Miller's. So bottom line is, what are the chances that a ski mask incident happens here, a ski mask incident happens here a week prior. And then, of course, we hear about this ski mask incident in the police interview with Kegan Kline at, we'll call the family the Bees. And so what's the chances that a week after Abby and Libby were murdered, the same girl that said, hey, to Kegan Kline, which is Anthony Schott's account, hey, have you heard about what happened to Libby? And then basically it was, no, what happened? Now, this is the same person, of course, that's checking up about how long DNA lasts, saying that he basically wasn't really looking at the case. Lies on Kegan Kline's part. So regardless, so the person that had said those things to Anthony Schott's account, which is from the Bees family, is the same person that this ski mask incident happened. Now, I think we're all still very unclear exactly which house it was. Maybe some people actually think that they know or do know, but it's been very confusing if it happened in Galveston, if it happened in Logansport, exactly which house it was. There's multiple addresses sometimes, and it just gets a little bit confusing. So regardless, the whole point is, what's the chances that the Klines lived right near Erica Miller and Cheryl Swafford's house? They would have known them, and then lived right here where now Robin and Alvin Hamilton reside, which is, Robin is of course Kegan Kline's mom and Tony Kline's ex. So bottom line is, what are the chances that a ski mask would have happened 10 years prior and then happened as well, and the Klines' names are involved to be around the Delphi murders? So anyways, that part I'm just simply pointing out for this part of it. All right, so let's get back into it.
My name is Sergeant Jeremy Piers, the Public Information Officer with the Indiana State Police out of the Lafayette Post. While investigating the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German, detectives with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and the Indiana State Police have uncovered an online profile named Anthony Schatz. This profile was being used from 2016 to 2017 on social media applications, including but not limited to Snapchat and Instagram. The fictitious Anthony Schatz profile used images of a known male model and portrayed himself as being extremely wealthy and owning numerous sports cars. The creator of the fictitious profile used this information while communicating with juvenile females to solicit nude images, obtain their address, and attempt to meet with them. Pictured on your screen, you'll see images of the known male model and images of the fictitious profile sent to the underage females. We have already identified the male in these images that were used by Anthony Schatz. The male in the photo is not the person of interest in the investigation. Detectives are seeking information about the person who created the Anthony Schatz profile. Investigators would like any individual who communicated, met, or attempted to meet the Anthony Schatz profile to contact law enforcement by utilizing the tip email, abbyandlibbytip@cacoshrf.com. Please provide as much information as you possibly can. For example, when you communicated with Anthony Schatz, how you communicated with the profile, what social media applications the account used, and if Anthony Schatz attempted to meet you or obtain your address. If you have saved images or conversations with Anthony Schatz profile, please attach them to your email. Again, if you have any information, please contact law enforcement by utilizing the tip email, abbyandlibbytip@cacoshrf.com. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the probable cause affidavit. It's only the first page. Obviously, it's out there for anyone else to read. Just kind of going in order of what had happened there. So this is the one on February 25th. I believe it's actually the same day that they arrived back from Vegas on. And then December 9th, 2021, Barbara McDonald does an interview with Kegan Kline.
Do you think investigators are putting so much focus on you right now?
I have not a clue. because I think it's because they said I was the last person to talk to her, is what they've told me.
Were you ever trying to meet these girls in real life that you were talking
No.
to?
No, never.
Did you have anything to do with the murders of
No.
Abby or Libby?
Not at all. And I gave up my DNA, a hair follicle test. I've done everything they wanted me to.
All this information, of course, can be found online. You can find it on the murder sheets in their Facebook group. But what always struck me as odd was Kegan Klines' name was used. Now, that's a police officer that lives a block down from where Tony and Kegan Kline live there in Peru on 67th East Canal Street. And then, of course, the next one is the 194-page affidavit. Again, that can be found on murder sheets. Anyways, it's just one of those things that if you're really wanting to dive into it and have the time and want to make sense of it, because there's a lot of inconsistencies in what Kegan Kline says. At first he says it's his dad. Next thing you know, he's also blaming it, the phone access on his friend one. So friend one, of course, was Dirk. Friend two is Kyle Titus. And we also, if you guys remember, did an interview with Candy Hayes, Dirk Hayes' mom. And this, of course, is when Anthony Shots Counts requests on December 26th, the request on Instagram for Libby German. From February 21st to February 25th, Tony Kline and his son, Kegan Kline, head off to Vegas for a 5-day excursion. Who knows exactly what that trip was all about, but they meet up with an old friend, Jan Kendall, who they knew from Peru, retired police officer who has since passed away. Now, according to Dirk Hayes, and we've done an interview with Candy Hayes, if you ever want to go back and watch that one, Kegan did drive, and Kegan, or Dirk Hayes also said that Kegan and that, they didn't plan things. Things that they did were just last minute. So when Kegan Kline says, yeah, me and my dad have been planning this for a year, etc., seems highly unlikely. And it seems very peculiar and very odd. At the end of the day, there's been a lot of names put out there, a lot of things going on. Who knows exactly where the Klines fit in, if at all, to the Delphi murders? It would seem highly unlikely, of course, considering that the Anthony Shots account was one of the last people to speak or to message Libby German's phone that same day of the murders. So let's get back into the live and we'll talk about it then. If you could, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and thank you so much for watching this video. Okay. All right. We're back. So I kind of wanted to give you, Blaine, kind of like a little bit of the gist of the Kegan Kline side of everything. Again, that came out in 2021, December 6th, when, that guy that's staring awkwardly talking on the prompter there.
Yeah.
And so that's when all of a sudden, like, this basically bombshell drops. And obviously they dropped the ball. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, CD, I saw what he was saying, that the information, like, everyone kind of wonders why there was 3 years between 2017, considering they raided the house, and in that first probable cause affidavit, it tells you there's a lot of blacked out stuff in that one, but it will tell you about, the things that they took from the home, the conversations that he was having, even though they blacked it out, the different accounts. Like, it's a good read. It's all stuff that I can easily access, give you. So it was wondering, like, okay, so why did it take, to 2020, I believe it was, when he was arrested, like 3 years later. And I think, if I'm not sure, I think what CD said was that, like, was it Carroll County dropped the ball and forgot to give it to Miami County or something like that? I think that's what I was reading. Am I right on that, Deb? I happened to see it before I was doing the live. But anyways, basically a ball was dropped, pretty much. And then Barbara Walters, like I said, on December 9th, does an interview. there's a longer interview than that with Keaton. It's not even very long, actually. It was this big upbuild for it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay. I mean, the guy obviously is having total rash face going on. He's probably stressed beyond belief. The fact that he's literally sitting in, jail. And
My thing is, how do you not know?
where's my
How do you not know where you met or try? You're the one who sent the damn request. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? He sent the request to try to talk to Abby and Libby.
Correct.
You know, he's sitting there saying, "Oh, I don't know. Must have been on Instagram or Facebook." Come on, bro. You know. Trust me. You know.
Wait a second. Deb, did I say Walters again? Did I say Walters? I'm pretty sure I said McDonald. Yesterday I said something like that to Deb. My green screen's acting up a little bit. Whatever, I'll fix it in a minute. But anyways, I know. If you actually read all the transcripts, and there's a lot of inconsistencies, first of all, in what he says between them all. He's, I don't know if he's protecting his, did I say Walters? Really? Okay, I meant Barbara McDonald. My apologies. Barbara Walters isn't, that old name that just sticks in your head when you say the name Barbara. But anyways, there's a lot of things. Pardon?
Barbara Walters, isn't she an actor or something like that?
No, she was she was a talk show host.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, for a long time. But if you actually really truly go over the names, now let me ask you something. I called them the B family, but I have no problem saying this name because I seen your name, I think, attached to one. Do you know the Bromettes with one M?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I do or not.
Hey.
Like, if we're friends on Facebook, it's a possibility.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that, like I said, I seen your name attached to one. But either, okay, let me ask you one more name, because it's this person. She has about as many friends as you do, 3,700 and something. Do you know the name Priscilla Chavez at all?
Chavez.
And if you don't, that's okay.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Let me see.
The reason why I say that is because it was the one time only that I could literally find Kegan Kline, Keegan Dunker, Kyle Titus. I could find a relation to the ski mask incident. This is a girl that, like I said, a week after, it's the same one that said to Kegan Kline. Oh, here, let me backtrack on that. This one girl is Libby's friend, and Libby and her had an argument, and so Libby and Abby had become friends, I guess, apparently, or whatever, during this time as well, and became really good friends. But anyways, so I don't know if I'm going to say this right. They were at a sleepover, and people get really confused with the sleepovers because they were at a sleepover at Tara's house on the 5th and 6th. Then they were at a sleepover the Friday prior to the murders at Tara's. Then they were at this other girl's house for a sleepover. And I think the next day, on Sunday, I think that they went to a basketball game. Monday, they were murdered. So the same girl that I speak of is the one that message Kegan Kline, which is the Anthony Shots account. Hey, did you hear what happened to Libby and Abby? And he's like, no, what happened? And then saying that, oh, I was supposed to meet up with her. Now that's, again, the Anthony Shots account messages Libby's phone that day. And so it's just one of those things that, well, when you're talking to Barbara McDonald there, you're saying, hey, no, there was no intent to meet up with anyone type of thing. I just wanted pictures. I just wanted, this stuff. And so, well, that would be contrary to that conversation then that you had with the girl with that ski mask incident 1 week after, the friend of Libby's. that, to sit there and say that you weren't going to meet up because you just finished telling her that you were going to meet up with her. Oh, I was supposed to meet up with that girl. And I don't think it directly says, but some people assume that it meant that day of the murders, where I don't think it really specifically is, saying that. It's saying I was supposed to meet up with her. It could have been meant for that day. Regardless, Kegan Kline's phone from the Anthony Shots account as that police officer. But want to know something that's crazy, and it's too bad I didn't put it in here. So in that Anthony Shots account, Blaine, is this picture, and I wish I had it, and sucks I don't, but it would take me probably too long to find it. There's a picture of this car, like I can't remember what type of car, Mazda, no, whatever it is. Anyways, and it has the word vroom. Okay, now in front, Deb, if you have that picture, can you put it into our messenger, the one with the vroom, and it has the Flora Firehouse in it. Right? So basically, just picture this. Just picture in front of you the picture of the car showing the speedometer, blah, 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 with the word vroom. And out of the windshield, it's showing the Flora Fire house where the 4 girls were murdered. Well, yeah, they were murdered. Simple as that. 4 girls died. And so why would anyone have put that? There's a purpose. There's something behind
like
that.
we talked about with that note. It's a trophy.
Yeah. I got 1 second. I'm just going to be right back. I'm going to leave you hanging for 1 second. Tell everybody about joining your channel. I'm just going to fix my green screen because it's bugging me. Be 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
I'm going to answer this question real quick. All right, straight from the horse's mouth. My thoughts on the drug debt owed through the family of the murdered children. My thoughts on that are, man, I know me and Sonny had spoke about that a couple before. I think it was her dad, Deb, am I right? That owed that debt. Most of the time, Sonny, they asked, her dad was the one that owed the drug debt, right?
Derek German?
Yes, Derek German.
This is correct. And I've asked Blaine, and like I asked you, if you could maybe just figure out if this is true.
I'm working on that. That somebody asked about it, and they asked what my thoughts were on it. And I'm working to find out if it was true or not. But the fact of the matter is, if you owe a drug debt, especially to some people, whether it's the cartel, a big gang ring, something like that, it's reality. What you see on TV is real. Okay, like they portray things. They will come after your family. They will send a message any way they can. Trust me. I used to be the guy that people sent to give a message. Hands down, point blank, period. I'm just going to tell you 100%. Whatever needs to happen. I feel like this could be drug related. My thoughts on that. He probably owed all this money and they wanted to send a message and they probably had something to do with it, because if you look at the circle, it's all tied in together, hands down.
Well, and this is what is driving me crazy. Okay. I can kind of look, actually, before I get into that. So this is the picture. Let me go back into it. This is the picture right here. I cannot remember what this car is called. It's a sports car. There's this person named, I think, Christopher Parker that owns this car. And anyways, right in front of it to the right is the Flora house. That's the one that got burnt, the one that burnt down. And had a lot of damage, and it was found that there was an accelerant used. Now, this is from the Anthony Shots account. So, why would that picture be there showing the Flora? That tells me that there's another connection there to these people. That, like, this is for a reason. There's no other reason to me, obviously, why this picture would be attached to the Anthony Shots account room, and then there's the Flora house where the 4 girls died. It's like a message, you know. So
Yeah, why would it be on your fake account? You
like,
know, like again,
right?
like I said, I feel like it's a trophy. You know, he's keeping things as a reminder for himself.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah. Well, right. So, the reason why the Flora, sorry, not the Flora, the reason why the mask incident how they found out about Kegan Kline is because when that ski mask incident was reported, because what happened is that the girl attached, which is Libby's friend, when she basically they reported it or whatever, well, had given out her address I think it was the night before, and next thing you know, the next day, this ski mask incident happens. She gets off the bus and she sees some guy in a ski mask at her window. And so, because of that incident, and because that person asked for the address, all of a sudden, that's where the big attachment came, that this was a fake account, that it belonged to Kegan Kline, and hence why this story has now included Kegan Kline, because of his phone, this has been the biggest child porn ring, all because of his phone, because he had a Dropbox as well, and he's playing dumb, like, what do you mean Dropbox? Like, yeah, I mean, but I never used it for anything. Nobody had access to it. And so, Blaine, have you seen or do you know of people within the circle that whatever of your friends or anybody that would be using a Dropbox, of course, to share things? But in Kegan's case, it would be child porn, you know. But he's claiming, no, I don't know anything about this whatsoever.
No, I don't use Dropbox. I use
Yeah,
Bluetooth sharing. You know what I mean? Who
yeah.
uses Dropboxes for like businesses?
Correct. We used it at the hotel when I had to share between the computers, and we'd use the
Yeah.
Dropbox. Um, but on his Dropbox, obviously, it was used for a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I feel like if he's using Dropbox, so I know that there's that market. I hate to say that, but if he's using Dropbox, maybe he's sharing those pictures with fellow child pornography lovers.
right. hmm And so this is where I'm saying I get confused. So I could almost look at this in a different direction and go, hey, you know, they've obviously talked about murders, sorry, about a snuff film that I know for sure that there is a camera on BG's head. I know that he has a headphone. I know he has a mic. Hence why the police were looking for someone that purchased video camera, et cetera, in the earlier days, just like they were looking to see, if somebody bought a hunting knife, like a knife, etc. Right? That was in the early days. So if I know that there's a camera on his head and that whole cryptic note about smile motherfucker blah 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 blah, plus we know what Garrett Kurt said, and I have to stick to what is most likely a scenario to this. I know for myself, again, I know that it's Kegan Dunker that's on that bridge that day. So I have to figure out, okay, is this just something to do with child pornography? Something that went wrong, perhaps, that they meant to, do something with the girls, but it went the wrong way. Is Libby's friend, was she part of, leading the girls to the bridge in a sense? Like, was she mad at Libby? All these things go through my head. But what I can't justify is I know that what Garrett Kurtz has said, and I know that Kegan Dunker's on the bridge. So I have to wrap my brain around what is most likely. If my whole hypothetical, of course, theory is the fact that the revenge was to Libby because of her dad and drugs and owing debt and pissing people off, because you don't piss people off when drugs and money are involved, especially, you know, or you're a traitor or a snitch, whatever. And you don't do that shit. Or like I said, you know, I think I asked you this before, you know, what's the most hurtful thing you can do to somebody is take out their child. So I have to look at what's truly being said. Doesn't matter if Garrett Kurtz is partially lying in some of the stuff he's saying, or Chris Mathis is, or Kegan Gunker wants to lie to people and stuff like that. That doesn't matter. What matters is we have heard Sheena Cottrell mentioned by Garrett Kurtz. We have heard of Nick Edwards mentioned by Garrett Kurtz. We have heard of Tamsin Ree Michaels or Tammy Michaels. She has two different names that she goes by. Anyways, about Garrett Kurtz. We have listened to, what's her name again? What's her name? Tanya Rodell. Something Rodell.
Yeah.
We've listened to her talking about the Sons of Odin and about how Derek, that he owed money and whatever like that. Like we've heard of multiple of things, but the names are what's important, because the cryptic note says Jason Palladino, KD is the bomb, smile motherfucker. Let's just take those basic things there. We have Garrett Kurtz talking about those names, Nick Edwards, Sheena Cottrell, and Tamsin Michaels, and that Ashley Garth was the one talking about it. They were talking about it, and Garrett Kurtz plays stupid, like, well, when Open Secret says, hey, well, what was in the video? I don't know. I didn't ask her, you know, and you could see, you know, just oozing diarrhea out of his mouth at that point. Yeah. And so when I look at the facts of Kegan Dunker's on the bridge, okay, Garrett Kurtz is talking about the murders. Chris Mathis is talking about the murders, and he's talking about Garrett Kurtz wishing that he would tell the whole truth about the murders, you know, and then you have Ashley Garth. So then recently I get this beautiful message from Nick Edwards saying that Sheena Cottrell is saying that she was there when CJ Palladino killed those girls. And then I said, oh, well, Jason was, you know, da-da-da. And then he says back, well, she said all of their names, you know, each of the Palladinos. So what seems more realistic to me when I hear these names, put them in a circle, and I've seen Kegan Kline's name on that Priscilla Chavez's Facebook, and you got Kegan Kline, Kyle Titus, who is friend number 2, Kegan Kline, Kegan Dunker, you have Jimmy Snowberger, you have the girl that actually called about the ski mask incident, which is Libby's friend, on this list as well. And it just never ends. And what was odd was, even when I was looking at somebody's, hey, have you heard the name Dustin Hopper?
Dustin Hopper. I don't know. It might have been from here.
Okay. And it could have been from Michael, if anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, probably Michael. I don't know.
I can't remember. So at the end of the day, it's like I go into Dustin Hopper's, you know, in Tellius, and I'm looking, and this is what's strange, and this is what I was going to tell you earlier. So I decided there was one that was called Zero Slipped at gmail.com or Hotmail, one of the ones, or yahoo.com. I click on it, and it says it belongs to a Wendy farmer. Do you know a Wendy farmer?
No, I don't know Wendy Farmer at all.
Right. But that's where I just rattle my head, because obviously you know who your relations are. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like 2 sets of farmers where I'm at.
No different than there's a Derek farmer that's in this chat. So when I try to look at other avenues, like the biggest part that me, Adam, and Dab are trying to understand is this Brumette family. Michael Brumette, he has, you know, a long list of freaking records himself and different things and drugs. And this is the daughter to Libby's friends, but there's 2 Brumettes. There's a Delphi brunette, and then there's a brunette that's more in the Logansport, Galveston area. And it's just one of those things is that, you know, with the brunettes and the ski mask incidents that happened near the Kline house, and see, if you were to actually read the transcripts, you would know that Kegan Kline knew this family, the Bromettes. And so he's like, well, why would I need to ask for the address? Because I already know who it is. And they said to him, but they don't know. He goes, I can go see her anytime or whatever. And the police say, well, yeah, but they don't know about the Anthony shots, right? And he's like, well, no, because they don't know he's Anthony shots, right? Like this friend, like I said, he's using the account to lure people. So obviously, if he knows these people, he's gonna, use this hot looking cop dude named Vince.
Yeah, because I mean, look at it. Look at the guy.
I know.
You know what I mean? I feel sorry for him. Really, not really, but So my question is, did he ever have around that time? Did he ever have to go to the hospital himself for dog bites or anything like that? Have you looked into that aspect of it?
Right. Nope. Yes. So correct. So I actually, if I was to go by my gut feeling on this, I think that Kegan Kline is covering up for his dad. I think that the dad, because you can attach the Paladinos to the Kline side. You can attach a lot of people all over the place, really. Kegan Dunker is kind of like that little nemesis in my ass where, I've never been to the Monan High Bridge. Shut up, liar. Right? Like my voice does not sound like their voices. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, shut up, liar. But anyways, so it's just one of those things is like, it seems more likely than not that if anyone would be in the mix of things, of some of these messages, and Adam believes through Kick, that it was more Tony, because there's only a couple people that would have access. Because the police have said, look, we can tell that two different people are accessing these accounts because of the verbiage that's said, of what's being said, right? And then there's the use of the word daddy, like,
do you have is there access to those like
files?
messages or anything?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can you send them to me?
Absolutely.
When you get a chance?
Absolutely. I will send you the things that have been put out. Absolutely. So that you can read. So the 194 page, which is a long read, but it's something again that, you'll understand. It's a long read, but it will definitely understand what Kegan Kline is saying. You could probably make out where he's lying, on certain things. So at the end of the day, there is a lot of inconsistencies. And it's, for me, the final piece of the puzzle for myself, in a sense, will be when I can attach Kegan Dunker, and I don't want to say that Garrett Kurtz was physically there or even Ashley Garth was physically there, but I can attach them to knowing, because when Nick Edwards sent me that message, he said, Ashley Garth, Garrett Kurtz, Blake and his boyfriend were at my apartment when Sheena, who was high as a kite or, high on meth or whatever she was on, is saying that she was there when CJ Palladino killed those poor girls, right?
Who said that?
Okay, so
sorry, I was reading a comment.
It's okay. So Nick Edwards, the one that sent me a message not that long ago, who Garrett Kurtz said knew about the murder tape and whatever, even though Nick Edwards says, well, I don't recall about it, the murder tape, but maybe it was said to maybe Ashley and Sheena were talking or whatever, or Garrett, whoever. But so in the message back from Nick Edwards, it said that Ashley Garth, Garrett Kurtz, Blake and his boyfriend were at my apartment when Sheena, who was high as life, said that she was there, meaning at the murders, when CJ Palladino killed those poor girls. And then that's when I said about Jason Palladino, and he goes, yeah, she's implicated them all up to Mark, like all of them, Mark, Jason, CJ. So if Nick Edwards didn't even know that I knew the story, even though I told him, I was like, dude, I basically know the gist of the story. I just want somebody to speak the truth for once. And I honestly feel that Nick Edwards wants justice for those girls as well. I don't feel like he's definitely telling me everything, by no means. Maybe you can hit him up and I'll talk to you better, like in all honesty. But I know that either he knows, he definitely probably knows more. He said he went to the cops, that they based, and he was high as kite himself, and that they basically didn't take him seriously. I know he has more information than what he's saying, but if I had already been on this storyline the whole time, and because of the cryptic note and because of Open Secrets, where Garrett Kurtz mentions Jason Palladino as being rumored as one of the people, he says, right? One of the people that was involved with Delphi. Why? I don't understand, first of all, why people go, nobody's talking, nobody's talking. Yes, they are. They are. People just need to open up their ears, listen, and find the truth that's within the lies and the middle of it. But these are the only
Yeah,
two people.
I after doing that voice analysis a little bit, I believe there's two people at
Yeah.
least.
Well, definitely, even regardless of the voicing, police have, Ellie has slipped up and said, they and that here and there. There absolutely is. There's no one person could, in a short period of time, kill these two girls, do all their stuff, and then stage a crime scene all by 3:30, when the girls were said by the corner of Tubman.
Absolutely
At that
not. You
point.
got to move. You got to move two bodies by yourself. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't happen.
And again, if you see any questions in there that you want to answer, she needs to ask him, was Anthony Schatz trying to meet any of these girls? Oh, Barbara Walters, I said it again. Barbara McDonald, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what are the chances? Okay. I'm always saying this. What are the chances? What are the chances that Garrett Kurt, guilty people, knows Keegan Dunker, he's on the bridge, Jason Palladino, blah, blah, blah. There's just no, it's too stackable, at the end of the day. So I don't even know what I was going to say, to be honest. I lost my train of thought. I was getting into something, and it was because of that. She needs to ask him, was Anthony Schatz trying to meet any of these girls? Like I said, and then he double talked himself. You'll see a lot of double talking. There's an interview I did with Dirk Hayes' mom. Now, Dirk Hayes was friend number one. That's the one that lived right beside Kegan Kline on 65 Peru Street. No, they lived in 67, and Kegan and his dad lived in 65. Now, Dirk Hayes and Kegan Kline, they decide that they're going to move out to Las Vegas, but they lie and say that they're going to go to Colorado. If you ever look at Kegan Kline's Facebook, it's pretty funny. He's got a list of jobs. He even has jobs for the same darn day in Vegas when he wasn't even in Vegas.
Huh.
What? So let's just hypothetically talk for a second about something, if you don't mind.
No
So
worries.
let's just say we have a murder tape. Of the girls' murders, and they take off a week later to Vegas. They meet up with their guy that likes strippers too, like the Jan Kendall person. He was a cop, and then he lived in Vegas, and he was a cop in Vegas, something like that, I believe. So what would you think that they would go to Vegas for? Would you think, that's what's getting me a little bit, this is a thought that's always crossing our mind. The dad wanted to Keegan, his son, to get prices to go to the bunny farm, but they were quite expensive and different stuff like that. He's being asked, well, how much is the blowjob, and or how much is this, and it was like pretty expensive or something like that. Anyways, they meet up with Jan Kendall. Like I said, this cop friend of theirs that they knew from Peru.
So was this after the two girls?
Yes. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say that, they said they've been planning this for a year, right? This trip.
Kegan Kline said that. Correct.
Right. So if they go to Vegas, okay, when you say that, especially after the murders, and getting prices for all this money. They either got a whole bunch of money for something they did, and they're going to spend it hypothetically, or they're going to pick up. They got money and they're going to pick up drugs. It could have been both. But when you say it like that, and I get the more details, I'm thinking they're going to celebrate something they just did to get away, to get it off their mind, because anybody who commits a crime like that is going to leave and try to get as far away as possible for a little bit of time.
Right. Right. And like, I don't believe that they were physically there at the murders. Like, for me, I don't, like I said, I'm just going by what makes sense and what you heard and da 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 da. It's a matter of whether it was the Paladinos, whether it was Garrett Kurtz, whether it was the Pope Joys that said, oh, well, let's use our friends. He has this account, or maybe that account was made specifically for this purpose. Who knows? Either way, it's somebody knew from one of these people about that account, and it was purposely planned to, to lure Libby, more so Libby to me, of course, than Abby. Abby to me is the collateral damage, to the bridge. And so, although I don't necessarily believe that they were part as if they were actually there, because Kegan Kline's phone was pinging at that time of day on Old something road. It's near Paw Pike or Paw Pike Road. Can't even think what it's called. But anyways, near his cousin's house, Travis Trexler, or a relative of theirs, Travis Trexler. So it's almost like during the time of the murders that their alibi is, oh, I went to my mom's house. We were home all day. I was with my dad. Yeah, we went to my grandma's house, in which case the grandma had said, no, they didn't, that day. And so it's almost like the phones are pinging over on, what's that road called, guys? Whatever it's called.
Country Club Road?
Yeah, Country Club Road, exactly. And it's like, so obviously the police, they know that maybe his phone's over there, but who's really with the phones, or what are they doing? So it's like almost like an alibi, like that alibi. Well, either way, we weren't there, we were here. So that part of the whole thing is perplexing to me, because if I knew that one person, maybe a couple, but that one person that said, I need you to do this.
Daisy, I know that you can call in the day of. Daisy asked, what's Chrysler vacay request protocol? I know you can call in, say you want to take a vacation day, you can call in. You can call in that day and say, hey, I want to use one of my vacation days. Boom. I've seen my mom do it a lot. You can call that day. Like, say you want to take a trip today or tomorrow, I can call the line tomorrow. Boom, take a trip and have a vacation day if I have one.
Okay, because that's where your uncle worked, was at Chrysler, and that's where Tony Kline worked. And I think you said your mom too, right?
Yeah, she retired from.
Yeah. Bicycle Bridge Road was where Bicycle Bridge was the Maxwell search. So out of everything that I've said, in a sense, so far, with regards to the whole Delphi murders, what makes more sense to you? What makes more sense to you? That this is a revenge motivated killing based on someone that perhaps was a snitch, and it was payback, and it was, because it was a planned murder, or that this was more about child pictures, porn ring. Like, when I'm talking, I guess it's, for me, I have to think of the people's names that I know, and the people's names that I know are in the knowing, for me, because I've done that research and I've done that homework. And these are things that are out there that I was able to access because they were just out there. But what's your thoughts on that, Blaine? Like
I
so far?
I think my thoughts. I feel like the child. I feel like the child solicitation thing is okay. So it's like, you know how the government says something's going on over here.
Yeah.
Look at this on the media, but they're over here doing something else while we're paying attention to this. I think that's what the child solicitation is. They used him as a scapegoat, and then the Palominos or whatever are the ones who are using it to get back for the drug debt and to send a name. And they're using this guy's a dummy because he obviously can't keep his story straight. So they're like, hey, that's what we do in gangs. We use a fall guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that to me, that's what it looks like. He's a dummy and he's protecting somebody and they're promising him this or that. Or they're obviously doing something to keep his mouth shut.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, he's definitely like, I mean, granted, okay, so granted, once you look at the affidavits, the probable cause, once you read the stuff, I mean, obviously Kegan Kline was definitely the, chunk boy at home that sat in his bedroom with the fridge, barely came out of it here and there. And his
perfect pin guy.
Pardon?
Perfect somebody to,
Absolutely.
That wants to get, oh, hey, you don't have a life here. Let's give you a life. Do this for us.
Yeah. Here's something in it for you. Here's some money. I'm sure it would be money in his case. Could be drugs, but money, drugs, whichever. It all falls.
I want to know because I keep hearing about there may be a snuff film. I want somebody. I want to know. I know there's a dark web. If somebody can show me how to access that, what I can do to get onto the dark web, I will research for this snuff film.
Well, I was gonna say, it's all you have to do is YouTube it. I have to go back to my dark web video because there was supposed to be somebody that was going to come on because you have to have a different browser.
Yes.
Yeah. And
that's what I'm talking about. I don't know which browser to use.
Yeah. Well, there's so DuckDuckGo is the browser. Like your Google thing is what's the other one, you guys? I know it.
There used to be fine. I don't know if Firefox still works or not.
I don't know, but it's a different one. I can't think of it. Either way, but you know what, Blaine? I have watched some good videos where they, like these dark web people, will literally tell you how to access the dark web. But to access it's not hard, but it's how to get to these different levels is a different story. This one guy, and I met him at work, and he was just a young kid, and he was, guess what? Guess who he looked like? Kegan Kline. Freaking
really?
Yeah. Comes into my work. I'm talking to him. They buy glasses. And like if I showed you the image, you'd be like, whoa, like seriously, is that twinsies here? But anyways, so he was supposed to come on, but then he kind of got anxiety and bailed. And it is what it is. Too bad. We were really looking forward to that, to hearing about that. But he was saying that, polygraph, DuckDuckGo works for me. Well, there you go, Polly. But he was saying though, that it can be a very scary place because if somebody wants to come after you, and you don't even know that you pissed off somebody, that that they'll come after you. Like I'm just going by what he was telling me, and it was one of those things that I was like saying to him, "Can you save that? Can you save that for the live? I kind of want to find out about that stuff while you're doing the live." I'm not this big person to get into too many details. Sometimes I just kind of like to hear things as the live is hearing them too. Not always, but for the most part, I do, because it's like, instead of repeating yourself, here, tell me a little bit, but save it for the live because I want to kind of hear that stuff at the same time. But so anyways, there are some great videos out there about the dark web, because I'm just thinking that if there was a snuff film out there, considering how big this case is, and knowing that we just finished watching a channel that had Alex Voorhees on, which is a hacker, and Alex Voorhees, right? If you've seen that video recently, he hacked into Kegan Kline's accounts. And yeah, and so he basically gave the police, because he read the probable cause affidavit and they could see which accounts that they had access to. Even though, too, I can find more than what was put there at the end of the day just by going to my Intellius. But, anyways, so he had hacked into the accounts. He said he didn't touch anything, but he basically handed the information over for the passwords and these accounts that they might not know about. So I'm thinking to myself, if Alex, and maybe he didn't look down this route, even though they talked about the murder tape on that show with whatever his name was. I never personally heard of the guy, but anyways, he did this show the other day, and they were a little bit talking about the murder tape, and I just thought, well, I'm sure that a hacker would have surfaced this tape by now. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
absolutely,
Yeah.
because it's a key. If there was a tape, it would be a key piece of evidence. Somebody would want that to come up if somebody found it.
It's just, I just think that after this much time has gone by, if it was true about the snuff film, like, not to say that there isn't a murder, right, which could be totally for self pleasure purposes, is that I would have think that it would have surfaced by now out of the dark web, considering this is a huge case.
Well, have you ever seen the movie 8mm?
Yes. Mhm.
So it'd be kind of like that, where they make those snuff films and they go like it's all into a circle. What I mean? That's
Right.
what I'm picturing. Like, if it's a tight knit circle, there's a possibility that it might not surface. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Yeah, so that the one side that is incomplete for me, and I sit there and I work on this, and people don't understand truly how much time can go in to this stuff, is just that I'm just looking for that one person or piece that I can attach to the clients that would tell me more of the story. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to know everything, but I'm going to understand the picture puzzle of why exactly these girls were killed. Because just when I had the thought I had pretty much the story, I had the BG, okay, done with you, bud. Not really done with you, but done with you enough that I don't need to keep looking at you. Um, then it just became about the story and wanting to understand why. Was because originally, and this is going back about a year and a half, I said in one of my videos, and I think the cryptic one too, I said it's either, I went over the different thoughts that were going through my head. One, was it one person? Could not make sense of it being one person at all. Just couldn't. I always
Yeah.
felt like it was a lure from the get-go when I came into the story. It's the only thing that made sense. Because when you attach someone like Garrett Kurtz, to two other murders afterwards, and there's probably more, another one, it's just highly unlikely that he wasn't involved some way, somehow, of course, and then you listen to, like I said, the words. So before the whole Kegan Kline stuff came out, again, it was all about the cryptic note, open secrets, what people were saying. And I thought, great. Like, why has these people not been arrested yet? Like someone saying here right now, like, hey, Sonny, I personally believe pizza is a major clue in this case. Your honest opinion? If it is or isn't, I put no great thought into it, to be honest with you. And the reason for me why I say that is there are two things to me that matter um, the most. And the pizza thing is nothing that's jumped out at me. Or what are you seeing there, Blaine?
Oh, I was reading Famously Unfamous's thing right here. It was talking about Jan and Joni Kendall Peru owned Above and Beyond Home Health Care. I believe his brother Jay works for Miami County Sheriff's Department. There was also a Jan Kendall in charge of shipping at Chrysler.
Maybe he did work at Chrysler. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that he was the person that they met up in, that was a police officer. and that they met up in Vegas with, and there's a little auto body shop, and where right beside like Tony Kline's home, but I think he moved out of it to his mama's home now. To be honest with you, which is just down that road on Paw Pike or whatever. But it's I don't know. So Jan Kendall. Anyways, there's this little auto body thing there, and I think I don't know. I don't know honestly too much about this Jan Kendall because of that. I what I was gonna say was because the only thing that truly makes a difference to me for me is the BG. Okay, done figured you out, dude. Okay, and then the story and the connections because that's where the truth lies. I don't the pizza thing. I've heard, but and there could be something with that. It's still that part doesn't matter to me as much as I'm trying to find the who went. I want to know that one person or two people, one person, let's say one person. I want to know that one person that went to Tony Kline or Kegan Kline and said, take Abby or take Libby out. Because this will be about Libby and not Abby at the end of the day.
Yeah, she was collateral damage. She probably wasn't supposed to be there.
Well, you see, Tina Rodell, that's the name. Tina Rodell talks about her daughter Megan, Megan Allen, going to the bridge that morning. I think it was that morning. Am I correct, guys? I honestly, Blaine, there's so much information. Anyways, there's this big blurb about the Kokomo crew, and that when this all happened, Tina Rodell was talking, and she was saying that her daughter Megan had gone down there that morning, and she was with 5 guys. One of them was named Kegan Kline and Elijah Cook and some Kokomo crew guys. And
I know both of those people.
You do know? Yeah. Okay. I think I remember. Yes. So that they picked her up, and that they went down to their Monon High Bridge, and that basically 2 days later, even though her mom says that like there's probably like she called I think Lesenby, and I don't care what anyone says. I think the guy's a douche. I do actually. When I look at the history, I just think he's a douche. He's the guy that called off the dogs. I don't know. There's something about him I do not like. Something that goes red alert, red alert. There's just something about
the dogs.
Right. Why would anyone? Why would you even? What? Okay, doesn't at the end of the day, it is what it is. I just think that there's something more to that. He bugs me. He bugs me for a reason. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's not a good feeling. He bugs me like he's full of it. He bugs me. But why would you ever call off the dogs? Like he's done some stupid shit. But if you look at his brother I think it's his brother is in jail for child porn. Those people that come up, the predators or whatever. When you look at the family, it's like, really? And you're a cop and the rest of these all got drug charges and, lists of them and stuff like that. And I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. I just want to Aspen Access to wish Chaotic Beauty a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Chaotic Beauty.
Oh, if I didn't see that show up on my Facebook, I apologize. Yeah. Happy birthday, Chaotic. Yeah. Happy birthday. Go ahead, Blaine. Go ahead. Sing it. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. No, I can't. I don't sing.
I'm like, do with your hair like this.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. But beauty.
Yeah. I got your back.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Chaotic Beauty.
Yeah. And right, that was like a winning act right there. I mean,
yes. 10. I give it a 10.
I know.
No, I'm with you 100%, man. This is all tied. It's all tied. It's all tied.
I think it's all tied. I feel like Blaine, and tell me your thoughts on this, but I feel like two people are benefiting here. The Kline side over here is benefiting from like a sick, twisted child porn or murder video or something that they can sell, or I don't know. And I feel like the other people, and I could be wrong on that, but it's like two cases that are tied. And yet one is the revenge side and one is more about money, drugs. Well, both of them money and drugs actually, but just meaning that it's like I feel like two people benefited from it. Like the revenge side was based on something, but out of using the client that account that they benefited from it as well. Um, like everyone's benefiting from it at the end of the day, to be honest with you. People are getting drugs or money out of this, out of
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Somebody's they're benefiting. I want to know. Okay, so her dad. What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Derek German.
Derek German, right? So how is he living now? Like, what have we seen? Like, is he still mourning? Is he happy? What's going on here?
You don't see him doing interviews. So you'll always see Becky Patty, which is the grandma, and Mike Patty and Kelsey German keeping the story alive, especially Becky Patty and Kelsey German. Derek German has chosen not to speak. Um, uh, I think the reason why is what he said was because he didn't, like basically the other family members were getting attacked. Doesn't matter if people buy this or don't buy this. At the end of the day, he's not spoken. He doesn't go to the crime con.
That's bullshit. Because if something happened to my daughter,
You know.
I'm gonna be in the media every second of the day. I'm gonna be speaking. I don't care.
Well,
you know.
right. That's exactly how a lot of people feel. I mean, obviously, obviously we can't really well, yes, we can judge, but meaning everyone handles things differently. So, with my thing is this, okay, perhaps if he knows it, okay, Becky Patty made a statement that said, not a statement, but she made a comment, and it said, they have our girls. A lot of people don't forget that Becky Patty said this. I believe she says that she didn't, but a lot of people said, no, 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 I was there when she said it. She said that. So it was one of those things. They have our girls. So, well, obviously, let me put it this way. I feel like they definitely know more of what's going on, but they're not going to tell the public this, right? They're not going to go, hey, social media, let's give you some extra info that the cops don't have. They're not going to do any of that. But my thing is this. Oh, thank you very much, Jetta. Thank you for the super sticker. And thank you, Derek Farmer. And thank you, I know it was Olson, something Olson. Thank you very much as well from earlier. Thank you.
You know,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, me and, again, like, I know we had talked about the Vegas trip. I know me and Michael were talking about earlier, and he kind of backed up, with his thing about how they, it wasn't going to Vegas for just weed or this or that, it's drugs. Everybody went there for drugs. And, I feel like they went down there for a trip. They got paid, I think, like we had talked about. I think they got paid to go and they wanted to play. You know what I mean? They did what they needed to do and they went to go play. And I think that, she was lured to that. Okay, so he may have said, oh, she didn't show up to that spot. Okay, maybe she was lured to that spot. This is the way I think. Maybe she was lured to that spot with the account. Maybe she was on the way to meet that guy. She didn't know what he looked like for real. She did not know what he looked like for real. So when she could have been on her way to meet him, and then the other people involved, when he said, okay, she's here, blah, 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 whatever, he was used to set her up and lure her out. The other people came in and did what they had to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it works. It works like that in gang activity. Like, I'll be your best friend. Like, if I'm supposed to do something, I'll be your best friend. We always use somebody to lure. And that's just what it seems like to me.
Right. Exactly.
the way this is planned out is there. This is somebody with experience. This is somebody who's been around the block a few times.
Yeah.
This is somebody powerful.
And it's not the BG. I'll promise you that much. I'll bet my own life on that. Meaning the BG is a peon.
Yes.
To get played. He is a player. He is no different than some of the other ones, because you're right. This is someone that has done something before, probably is experienced, to plan this out, whether it was a group of them, probably. And let's say it was the Paladinos planning it out, say for, exactly what was going to happen because of, let's see, owed money, whether it was to Gabe Ellis or, it was said that it was Jeff Reagan that he owed money to, that he had a big debt to, few $1,000 debt. But that's just what's been said, okay? Doesn't mean it's true. It's just what's been said. But the BG, to me, like I said, to sit there and say he's the killer, Ali can say that, and I don't believe Ali for 1 second, in a sense, because, I mean, not that I don't believe them, but again, they're there to give us certain information only that they want us to hear. It's no different when you're talking about yourself. You're not going to tell everybody about everything. You're going to give them things that they want to hear, that we want you to hear. But BG to me was that person that, hence the headphones, hence the microphone,
Yeah.
hence the camera.
Nobody's telling them what to do.
So exactly, like, meaning, or he's feeding back, like, okay, I'm just about at them, or da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Meaning, so can you picture the guy with the camera on his head, headphones on, type of thing, being the killer as well? Hey, hold on, stop, girls. I'm just gonna record you for a second here. No, absolutely not.
That's the lookout. That's the eyes.
He's the one that pushed so that the girls were trapped.
Yes.
He's the one that pushed. Not to say that he murdered the girls, because I don't know what the BG's part in this. That's why when people sit there and say that, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm going to say Kegan Dunker's name all day long. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm going to say it till I'm dead, and be like, don't worry, girls. I always knew who it was, because Kegan Dunker is the guy on the bridge, whether or not anyone else believes that or not, doesn't matter. But again, a camera on his head, headphones, stuffed in his jacket and whatever. He was a part of the picture. He was there that day. He deserves to pay for the crimes because of him being there. But I don't know what bigger role he played in all of it. I just know that's the person that's on the bridge that day. Now,
I agree.
And like I said, I don't take things lightly. I don't say things lightly. I have more respect for myself and others to try to put out false information about stuff like that.
Right.
That one I'll take to my grave. If it's never solved, I'll take that one to my grave. And,
right. And I'm like you. I'm going to give you my thoughts. You can either like it or not. If I see it, like, I'm not talking about you, anybody, like if I see and I try to process and I think, I'm going to look at my experiences and I'm going to look at what makes sense. And I'm not going to listen to all these flugazis out here that want to spread things. Like I was watching a video, somebody was trying to say that the Chuck Taylors were reversed or something like that. So many rumors, so many damn rumors. And you're like, come on, guys, let's use our brains.
Yeah.
Here, let's look at different things and different aspects. Let's, come on now.
Yeah.
Too many people don't do that nowadays.
No, and it's so true. And I really do sometimes feel like I am an alien, right, Adam, right beside you, because I just feel I'm looking down, going, I don't get it. I don't get it. People want to keep chasing these holes that don't make any sense, that they're just based on fluff. They're based on things that don't matter much. Like that don't have no basis behind them. Like I said, stick a psychology, stick a professor of science and underneath my sunny name and stuff like that. More people all of a sudden believe you. I'll sit there and be in a cop uniform. Next thing I know, I'm believable, in a sense. And I get it. I get that people need to have that behind them in order for it to be more believable to them. I don't need that myself. Again, you just look for what makes sense. I've always tried with, let me put it this way. I definitely would have not wasted 2 years of my life going, I'm just going to make stuff up. I'm just going to come on YouTube, just to blow crap up my butt. And, that was
Yeah,
never the purpose.
you're going to put some work in. You've put work in. You've put time in. You've did what we as people are supposed to do, and what the cops are supposed to do.
I feel it's an obligation. I feel like I need to, like this, like, meaning if I had, let me put it this way, if I had no idea who the BG was and I didn't come to that knowledge, like I said, I don't know where I would be today. Would I still be even into crime, or would I just have moved on? Because it hurts my heart so much, deaths and murders and stuff like that. But my problem is that for me, within a week of coming over here, realizing who the BG was, doing my homework, doing exactly all the details that I'm supposed to do, using common sense, using practicality, all those things. And I could not bring myself, for Libby's and Abby's sake. I didn't care about Becky and Mike and all those things. I cared, but not. What I'm saying is, so I say I don't care about you guys. Of course I do. What I'm trying to say is my what's the word I want to say? My heart was for the girls. My promise I made to myself was, girls, I'm going to keep fighting for you until I'm being heard, until somebody hears exactly who that BG is, at the time. And then it became, okay, I got you figured out, dude. I want to know the story. Why were those girls killed? This part for me now, all I'm doing is biding time till justice comes. Really, I keep looking. I keep investigating people. In a sense, I keep looking into people, looking for that connection that says, "Ha, I got the story." Why the hell isn't nobody arrested to this date? Because this is almost 5.5 years now. We're at the mark. Thank goodness for Karina McClurkin's case, which has taken 6 years to even, bring someone for an arrest. Again, no offense to your uncle there. He's not guilty. But
He's his own person.
Even if it brings answers, right, to the people that are involved, regardless, okay? Same with this case. It it stole my heart. It was a promise to myself. Look, girls, I'm gonna keep fighting for you. I know who was on the bridge that day. And I'd never believed, though, like right from the start. Although I was like, okay, I know who the bridge guy is. But I thought that once I gave that answer over to the FBI and Ali, I thought that someone's gonna be arrested soon. Sweet. The people that are all involved in this case, and I didn't realize how big the Delphi case was, they're all going to be, excited. Finally, somebody's going to be arrested soon. That was my hope. And then my hope diminished, of course, over time. And I was like, oh no, like, I'm going to speak up. And I'm that voice. I'm that voice that said, I don't really care.
Yes, Teresa, I saw everything. Thank you for your concern, and I will take that into advisement.
Yeah, we saw. And so, yeah, so this is exactly why I came over from the Suzanne Morphew case. Is just that I was taking a break. I just felt like the girls, that they needed me here. Once I realized that who the BG was, Suzanne was fine with her case. Everything was going on. Barry was arrested at the time, And so I felt it was just my duty that I promised myself to give these girls the justice that they deserve. That Libby would not, and Abby did not die for leaving that video of that Libby took. That these girls would find their justice, and they deserve the justice. I want to cry looking at these pictures. I don't really like to bring them up too much because it's really hard to look at them, because these two beautiful girls had a future, and they should have been graduated by now. It tears my heart apart each and every day. I've invested all of my time, all of my extra time of caring and loving. That's it. Compassion. People want to take stabs at me and say, oh, you monetized and you're just taking blood money and you're taking this. Kiss my ass.
It's all going back. it's going back into the investigation, into the search, and into the hard-earned hours that you're putting in to be the voice that nobody else wants to be. Because if there was a voice here, they would have found somebody, in the last 5 years, because people were trying to keep it quiet. You know what I mean? For some reason, the cops ain't doing nothing. There's,
I don't honestly know what's going on. Am I okay? Like I said, the Kegan Kline. Teresa, I actually had one of your messages up. I'm not sure if you saw it. That's when you were talking about Tor, I think, and that you had said, yeah, it was Tor, by the way. So if you didn't see that, I did have it up. Nope, we see you, Teresa. We love you. There you go. I don't honestly know. I'm okay. I understand that things took a turn when the Kegan Kline scenario came out. Obviously, this is now me understanding why nobody's been arrested, because there was obviously more to the saga of the story than anyone thought. And, so this has only been what, 6 months later that this information has come out. And then I'm like, oh my, at first I'm like happy. I'm like, oh my God, new information. Da-da-da-da-da. Can totally solve this case now. No problem. Leave it to Sunny Justice. No, just kidding. But no. Well, that's pretty much what I was thinking here, to be honest, because I'm like, you guys aren't doing shit, so I'm going to do shit. If I don't think you guys are, because you're not showing me that you're doing shit. So then this stuff comes out, like I said, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like this is great. All this great news. Little did I know it was going to give me a bigger headache, made me go on another big adventure of diving into people. I was fine with the story that I kind of went with of, Derek German and, yeah, it's these people. Why isn't Keegan Dunker and these people arrested yet? Okay, so then there's Kegan Kline. Another Kegan. These people, never name your kid Kegan, okay? Just don't.
So listen, I want you. All right. So, is any of those guys in prison, or are they in jail?
Garrett Kurtz and Ashley Garth are in prison. Mark Palladino, Jason Palladino are in prison. Okay. Jason Palladino gets out, supposedly. His release date is 2024. Yeah. What were you going to ask me?
Oh, I was going to add him to my thing and send him a message.
Yeah. You know what? Like I said, Blaine, I feel very blessed in meeting you. I don't use people. So if anyone even wants to toss that out there and troll on, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Like it just makes me laugh. Anyone that knows me or Adam or Deb knows our true hearts. Anyways, bottom line is, I feel like it's been a very beneficial thing. Maybe I'm getting more out of you than you are out of me, but I think it's a very beneficial thing in coming across your path, that you're able to help me see a side, or maybe even get info that I would never have access to, just by people that and you can ask them. I'm just someone in Canada that cares a hell of a lot about the Delphi murders for the sake of the girls and the answers. And so, again, believe me or not, on the BG, doesn't matter. That part, it's neither here nor there. Answers will come out.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a pleasure for you. You guys have been helping me also. It's been a pleasure for me. You guys help me see things. You guys help me open my eyes to a little bit of things that I'm interested in, and gave me helping me build a platform, and gave me insight to where people need to see what I have to say. People actually want to know what goes on this aspect. So I thank you guys for that.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much time you have, but do you
I actually have to go soon because my son's got to go to bed, and I need to get up early.
I was going to say, would you mind taking just a few minutes of some questions that people might have for you?
Absolutely.
We can easily do this again. But I know I've been hogging time here, kind of, talking about it and explaining, because I know that you're getting a lot more familiar with the case.
Yes.
And that I'll send you things. But again, you need to understand the case in order to know what better questions to ask people. like, again, like with Derek German, if you didn't know nothing about him, well, who are you going to ask, or what info can you
Yeah,
possibly,
you like
you
it
know?
gives me an insight, because this is what we do. Okay, so what we get information. So let's say I'm going to give an example here. So we call it politicking. That's our term for this. It's politicking, where all our leaders and all our people would get together, and we would say, we got this information, this, boom, boom, boom. What do you think? And we would all take different partakes and do investigative research and look into things and use our connections to come to conclusions or try to find the truth. And that's, I don't know if
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying here. So it's a different aspect from seeing it on this side.
Teresa. Yeah. And you guys call that politicking?
Politicking. Yep.
Politicking.
Like
That's
politics.
Yes.
We call it politicking.
Absolutely. Teresa says, Sunny, I tried adding the suspects. You have no response. My messenger too. But the thing is, like I said, Blaine, we're in a sense from two different, like, although we have a good sense of humor and open minds, and obviously we connected for a reason and stuff like that, we obviously come from two opposite sides of the bridge here a little bit. I've never been in jail. Don't even know. No, that's not true. Back when I was younger, my one ex got put in jail for a week for stealing from his company for food. He was giving groceries to his brother free, kind of like not scanning them, apparently. So he come home and he's like, I got fired. And right? Anyway, the judge, I guess, made an example out of him, because he's like, next thing I know, he's in jail for a week. So I had to bring him smokes,
Yeah,
Yeah, and so that's really the only time that I've actually even been inside something like that, where you just kind of felt like, oh, little room thing, and you go down to the downtown of Calgary, and you're feeling like a little criminal yourself, just even being in there, But
yeah,
so,
you already know.
but the thing, I'm very inquisitive. I love stories. I've been in hospitality and customer service all my life. So when you're talking and stuff like that, and I'm hearing you, because I do engulf myself in people's stories. I might not always remember everything anymore because I'm getting older, but I love hearing people's stories about their lives. So, like, for instance, if I'm asking you about your life and how you got to be, like I did with Tiara, the escort, like how, like, meaning, like, what happened in your life? Where did it kind of go south on you? Why did you do this? It's because I truly, as a person, want to understand what made you go down that path. Because obviously, usually when people go down that path, it's because either hurt or pain or something is causing them to. Something that's causing usually somebody to pick, going down the wrong path. Maybe they hung out with the wrong people, got involved that way. Who knows? Usually there's always usually some sort of story, of course, behind why people do things.
I have to share mine.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to do that. I have to share that with you guys.
Absolutely. So, like I said, and make sure you do it in segments. No, just
Yeah, you already know. I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get with my cousin Andrew, the one who was on the other day, and I think we're gonna try to do it for Saturday. We're gonna get some things together to do our first live Saturday and kind of go over a little bit of the gang stuff and what people to watch out for, and give a little heads up on what the reality is versus what fake is. On, like, you see things on TV, I'm not talking about the mobster type stuff. I'm talking about street gang type stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm going to drop your channel link again. So go ahead, Blaine. So you know what? We're just going to let you get out of here. There's always time to do more lives regardless.
Yeah.
Like, again, some people that don't understand this, the whole purpose of a lot of why Blaine has been joining me is so that I can give him an update. He didn't really know much about the Delphi murders or the Klines. He's learning a lot more. So if you want to blame me for talking too much, go right ahead, because it's more about telling
It's more about these two girls right here. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. It's not it doesn't matter if I talk. If you want to see me talk, start tuning into my channel, subscribe. extracted thoughts. That's
Yeah.
where I'll be doing a lot of my talking. But right here, these two girls and Sonny's effort,
Deb's effort, Adam, exactly.
Deb, you know what I mean?
Marphones, yeah.
You know,
It's just it all matters. It all matters, right? The more people that bring awareness is the more people that get to see it. That's why it matters. That's why subscribers will matter. At first they didn't matter to me when I first was doing it because I was like, I'm not here for you. Do you understand? I'm here for the girls. My purpose is to do this and get off back off the lot, like off the channel and just go back to my regular life. That's what my thing was. And then I was like, wait a second. This means a lot to some people. It means a lot to me that I'm able to help others. That we can create this atmosphere of caring. Because if there's one thing in this world, Blaine, and I know you're reading a message there, but if there's one
it's
thing
the
in
same
this,
person that messaged me the other day that I told you about.
oh, okay. But if there's one thing that like I said, is worth, it's like I said, it's people that care. There's two less caring in the world. Like there should be a lot more caring than there is in this world. And so if it's another person or two other people that join the true crime and try to help out and to give more care or more voice or more awareness, so be it. That's the point, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what, like, this is why I don't understand all this hate from some of the channels. Worry about your business, do your thing. We'll do
Yeah.
art and
We
help
should
each
be
other
working
out.
together. We should be multiple voices being one voice for these two
Yeah.
girls.
Right. Don't be sitting there. There's no need of it. Like, meaning, I don't give a crap what somebody else does on their channel. Go right ahead. Do whatever you want. Like I don't even watch some. I'm not even going to bring up the names, but I don't even watch these videos that are being put out of me. I really don't. Somebody doesn't believe me. It's too bad, but I really don't. Because I was just telling this girl, like, I don't care. The more you talk about me, the more people are aware of me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
The
Thank
more
you.
that you're aware of the channel, call me a flying this or a flying, fat this and whatever. I don't care. Literally do not care. In fact, like I said, it really is meaningless. It's a fact that they actually want to take away from the murdered and the missing, and that they want to make videos talking about other YouTube channel creators is what is, disgusting to me. Again, it's you're taking away from what's important. Why? Why? I'll do me, you do you. Blaine does him. Deb and Adam do them. You know,
Yep.
these gay slurs, racial slurs, hate speech, attacks. On the handicap. It's sad. I'm sorry, but I've done this already. I will block you. I will literally block you. And you can keep creating accounts. And every time I see your name, and if I come across your name in that channel, and there's a couple channels now, but if I come across your name and I see you dissing this channel or dissing people or making gay slurs or making fun, I will block you. Because you know what? It means that you're trash too. If you want to follow trash, then you're just as guilty. And if you want to talk shit in other channels and then come over here to watch this content, not going to happen. So always be aware of that. If I see any of these names that are in the thing and I see you trashing our channel or making any comments, because I don't want you to follow us. Do you get it? We only want caring, nice people to follow us. This isn't about money or how many subscribers, because the only subscribers we really want are the ones that are willing to listen, to care, to share, and to help out others. We don't want the other kind. We just don't.
No, we're
They're
not.
not
We're
worth it.
not in this. Well, I mean, we're not in this to
To
get
gain.
famous or quote. You know what I mean? We're in this because we care, we love, we want other people to be aware of what's going on.
Caring and loving people is a beautiful thing to do, and nobody will ever take that away from me. So people can try, but why? It says a lot about those people that do that. But you know what? Again, go ahead, make videos of me. Make videos all day long. Enjoy it. Does nothing to me. Like, seriously, you're wasting your time, really. I'm sitting here worrying about helping others. So if you're too, detailed and care about my life and stuff, go right ahead. Open book all the way. Make fun of me. I laugh just as hard as anybody, but I'm disgusted when it's hate speech, all the things that truly attack people. I can handle it. But there's a lot of other people that see that stuff that is so demeaning to them that they take it more personally, you know? So I do hope that those channels keep getting reported, keep reporting them till they get taken down, you know,
Yep.
because it will only last so long before their channel would be gone. So keep it up. That's all I gotta say.
Yes. Well, I am going to leave you now, Sonny. I
I know, and
appreciate
I'm gonna
you
get off.
having me back on here. I love you guys. Remember, I'm here always with Sonny and Deb, you know, whenever I come back on, and Aspen, Adam. If you would like this video so the algorithms can keep going. Like this video, I remember Deb saying there was 100 and some people in this chat and only 60 some thumbs ups.
Yeah.
So let's like this.
Oh,
What
Teresa-
Teresa say?
She said, I don't know. Whoops. She says, wait 1 second. What?
Okay.
And don't forget, Blaine, say one more time. Do you know what time you're doing your live at yet? Have you scheduled it?
Not yet. I haven't scheduled it. I'm going to get with my cousin tomorrow, and we're going to try to schedule it tomorrow so that way everybody knows.
Absolutely. And then, like I said, I'll promote it for you as well. Okay?
Yes.
Because, again, the more people that are aware, what day are you doing it on, did you say?
We're going to do it on awareness of gang activity and how things work, so people can be aware of that, what they can look for in their kids, how people recruit. It's all about manipulation, and I just want other people to be aware about it.
Exactly. And what day were you going to do it on? Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. We're gonna try to shoot for Saturday.
Saturday, what time? Because I wasn't supposed to work, so now I got Friday off and Sunday off. But what time Saturday?
I don't know. Probably nighttime.
Later the better, by the way, because more people watch in the evening than they do.
Oh yeah. I was thinking maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock Saturday.
Perfect. I'll be home by then. I'll be right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You get going. Thank you so much, Blaine. Did she say anything?
She said, "Are you worried for your safety by digging into Delphi?" Absolutely. I mean, I'm 6'5", 320 pounds. Solid. I'm built like a power lifter. I'm not scared. The way I see it, if it's my time, it's my time.
I agree.
If they have to come after me, then so be it. But just know, I know how to defend myself, and I know that I can do what needs to be done to take care of business.
Well, a couple people made a comment, and I'm just going to say this before you head out. Blaine is a big boy. Blaine can make his own choices and decisions, because someone had made a comment on a posting saying, as if you were a child and I had to sit there and guide you, like, oh, you shouldn't be saying this. Blaine knows what he should say and what he shouldn't say. And just like I'm an open book, but you also know that there's things that you probably shouldn't say. Just depends on what he determines that he wants to say. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself. He's in charge of that. I'm pretty sure you don't need your handheld, Blaine, to this. No, this isn't towards you, Teresa. I just mean in general. Is that I'm not forcing you to say anything you don't want to. Blaine always knows that he can say what he wants, and if he doesn't feel comfortable, he doesn't have to say anything. He can just say, I don't feel comfortable answering that. But that's the bottom line, is that he's a big boy, can make his own choices and own decisions, just like we all can. Right? Amen.
Yes, amen. Teresa, I'll get into my story on my channel, and you'll see why. They may be ruthless because they murdered 2 little girls, but I used to be just as ruthless, and I hate to say that. I would never murder any girls, but I've had to do some things to survive. Yeah, and that's all I'll leave you with.
Exactly. And again, maybe one day soon too, we'll hear about the Gay Ballas update on that too.
Yes, that will be on this channel.
Yeah, that will be on this channel.
This channel. This is where it started. This is where we're going to keep it, because it's for Delphi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, Blaine, much love. Thank you so much. Thank your wife for your time as well, and your children.
She's with her friends tonight. I got the kids.
Oh, well, maybe she's watching us from when she's with her friends.
I hope so.
Yeah. All the best to you, Blaine. I'll talk to you soon. You have a great night and have a good day at work.
The same.
Mm-hmm. All right, take care, and I'll head off in a minute myself here. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. No, Teresa, it wasn't directed towards you. It was really directed towards a comment that was on a video. And I just thought to myself, like, I'm not the gatekeeper of people. People know that they can say, anyone in here can either, if somebody in chat ever wants to say, hey, Sunny, Deb, Adam, can we come on your channel and talk? Absolutely. Feel free to ask. Feel free to email anytime that somebody does want to come on the panel. Okay. At acrimingshame@gmail.com, the one that scrolls across the bottom. I am going to head off of here in just a moment. Oh my God. Am I going to have a little bit of an early night? Someone will always have an issue with the content others put out. Even I was told I should shut my channel down because giving out domestic violence. Right. Exactly. You do you. Everyone just do each other. Quit worrying about what others do. It's none of your guys' business. It's no, right? This is where even in real lives, people have drama. Everyone is too busy minding everybody else's business, right? Whether it's your brother, whether it's your sister, whatever, let them live their lives. You live your life. Unless it's affecting your life in a really bad way, okay, then disown them or something. But other than that, live and let live is one of the most, beneficial things that you can do for yourself. Put zero care. And if you get more out of people, then great, right? Because that way, when you're not disappointed by people's actions. Wait, Adam, I don't know. Oh my God, the leeches that come out during live sometimes. I don't know, you guys. It's a tough one. Well, oh my God, leech number 2 right there. Oh my God. All right. I don't know. Do you guys want to, you two want to come on for a quick second, say hi to everyone? It's only like, and I mean this, I'm not even kidding. I'm like 10 minutes of time. If you do, my little leeches, they just want attention right now. I can feel it. They just aren't. Adam's like, me. Let me bring my little alien head on. I want to. Adam, Deb, if you guys do, I posted in the thing. Don't give it. I know, Jules. It was like, which is the worst of the two evils? Blaine? Adam, Deb? No, Deb, I want to see what your hair looks like. See, Deb is probably sitting in her pajamas. And see, Adam will probably. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're good now. Because Adam sometimes throws it at me at the last second. I'll be lying in bed, look like total shit. Adam will be like, Sunny, you didn't want to come on the live, did you? You didn't want to come on with me, did you? No. Look what happened last time I went on a live. I bared my husband's ass to the world. Remember, guys? Okay. Not going to happen again. Accidentally hit the camera on, saw myself, ducked. Oh, my husband sat up at that perfect time. Next thing I know, there you go, gift. Never forget that moment. I know, Deb. It's the cancer in me, right? Anyways, Sunny, I'll just go live later if I want. Oh, yeah, exactly. I don't really need you anyway, Adam. Who's Adam? Actually, who's Deb? Oh, sweet Caroline. Was that not funny? Right? I know, but then Deb's going to pull a meat polygraph. She's going to forget. I don't know why, because I swore that I hit the mic, hit the camera. I had my glasses on, and I was looking like a hot mess. I ducked. Next thing I know, I see my husband go boing up in bed, and I'm like literally looking through the camera going, and I'm hearing Frank's words that will forever be embedded in my head of, hey, is that Sunny's? I actually can't remember the exact words anymore, but it was something like, hey, is that Honey's husband showing his bare ass to the world? Something like that. And I'm just like, through the camera, I see my husband just sitting up in bed, all tired and shit. And I'm just like, and I was so shocked by what had just happened. I couldn't find the leave thing. It felt like forever that I was trying to find that stop cam button, because I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And then I'm sitting there panicking, and I'm like, oh my god, if my husband sees this, he's going to kill me. Then there's going to be another murder to solve. Well, not probably to solve, because obviously whatever. And so, yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, wait, he didn't hear. And then you hear Frank and Adam. Everyone's laughing, right? My speaker volume can be heard out of the thing, and everyone's laughing, and they're going off, going, did you see that? Somebody says his butt, blah, 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 blah. And they're cracking butt jokes. I'm literally typing in chat, people, basically, STFU, like, shut it. Come on. I don't think he can hear you, but shut it, okay? Oh, here. Oh, my goodness. What's that? What do you got to say?
Oh, hey.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Just hanging with my friends. What do you
yeah?
do? Yeah.
Oh, nothing. I just thought you said something about me getting attention. So I was like, oh, well, I mean, might as well.
I was going to say, obviously, I don't know, is it my 10th husband, Blaine, obviously just left. And I feel like Adam felt a little bit shunned, left out. Got to bring Adam on.
I mean, dude,
Hold on.
Should I be growing a red beard?
Possibly. But I feel like you need to fix that orangey yellow skin tone first.
Which is it tonight? Because I feel like it's like pretty pale tonight.
I don't know. If you could just take that mask off and show everyone your true self.
Right.
Oh, there's the alien that I love so much. Oh my goodness. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wasn't as busy today. Yesterday I was like, oh my God. I was just at work. It was like, stop coming in, people. Stop. I'm tired now. But today was a little bit more relaxed, daisy in a sense. And yeah. And what about yours?
You look gorgeous.
Adam, I know you tell me it every day, so thanks for saying it to me like 10 times now today. Thank you.
Yeah. I haven't even talked to you today. I've not even been in the chat or anything.
No one in the audience has to know that.
Yeah. I don't know who this Deb person is, but could we just get her out of here?
She's at, you know what? Actually, whenever I see Deb, I always have a sudden urge to, I don't know, like do this.
Wait, IH, my gosh, LOL. This is a taste of the text we get all day long from Deb.
You couldn't stand it. You had to come on. Yeah, see, just when we were trying to perk ourselves up, there she comes. Kick us down. Well, kick you down in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Block me too. You too.
I was like, I'm gonna wait till Friday to like see stuff. So I was like,
I feel like there's a lot of hate coming for this. Did you just come from another channel? Did you?
No.
No, not you. This one. Mouthpiece over here.
Oh.
The one that's hiding in the chat. Yeah.
Probably.
I know. DG. So yeah, let's see. Hold on. Let me just see this. DG has always laid low, probably because he knows it's him, the revenge. It's a possibility. But we don't know. That's just it. I'll say that I still believe the storyline, but I don't really want, like, it's my kind of instinct too, that perhaps, but it could be wrong. I get it. The reason why I'm understanding it a little bit more, Bianca, is just simply because you have your people like myself that will stand out front and take control. I'll be like, you don't worry about it. I got this. I think that Mike and Becky, especially Becky and that, are like, you know what? We'll handle this. You deal with this, and you know what? We're going to do this.
As that person. I mean, I think that my mother's that person in my family.
I was going to say, either of us could be right. Either of us could be wrong. Either way, like I said, that part of it, it's neither here nor there in the equation to me. It's BG and the people that are involved that need to pay the price for the crime against the girls.
I hate to even think about it, but I can see my brother being a lot like Derek if something like that were to happen in my family to his daughters or one of his daughters. And that's a weird thing to think about one of your siblings, but I can see him being very much like Derek is. My brother's personality.
There's a lot of people like that. Even in the Suzanne Morphew case, you never heard the daughters speak up.
Well, they might be a little brainwashed as well.
But at some point, yeah. I really wish that they wouldn't have shown themselves in little bikinis instead of showing their mom's picture of missing. Right. I don't know.
And I hate, like I said, and I don't want to I mean, they lost their mother, so I mean, I don't want to say anything, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And social media, we experience it ourselves, and a lot of other channels do too.
right.
What important, Deb, did you make an important comment? Adam, do you see this? Blasphemy.
Oh no, you know what? Actually, I was gonna highlight it.
Hmm.
I'll highlight it. Are we ready for this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Deb, a triple threat. Smart, funny, beautiful. I could not agree more.
Sure. If that had Sunny's name, at Sunny, a triple threat, but I guess you would more use the quadruple word for me, Lisa. If that was and Adam, I don't know what
Does that not say at Aspen?
It's close. Close, I think. Yeah. Actually, who's Deb?
No. Deb is the triple threat. That's why we make fun of her, because we can't let her head get too big.
It's big enough. It's almost as big as Greeno's, to be honest with you. I think it's close. I think Deb was going to hate the fact that I just compared her to Greeno right now.
Wouldn't you?
No. I'm just going to bat my eyelashes, pretend like I didn't even say that.
Can you let one tear fall?
Yeah, absolutely. One sec. It's Sprite, but whatever. No, it's Diet 7-Up.
The chat is turning on Sunny. The chat is turning on us. We have to love Deb.
Why? Give us 10 good reasons why.
I can give you 10 reasons why Deb.
Okay. 10. Isn't there a song like that? 10.
Probably. She is intelligent. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's witty. She's caring. She's spiritual.
Here we go.
She's loving. She's committed. She's loyal. She's devoted. That's 10.
Oh my God, I could go on.
I'll give you another one. And she's a good friend.
Suppose. I think I love her more right now than you right now, Adam, to be honest. I don't know why. I just have to switch. I feel like us cancers, no matter what, have a bond. And that sometimes we just need to pretend like we give each other space. Like, okay, I think I love Deb a little bit more.
That's fine. You should love Deb more. Yeah. She deserves it.
Well, I mean, she can have Blaine, right? Because Blaine's not a cancer either. So,
well, yeah.
We'll be at the top, those two at the bottom. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I want to say quickly, CD, our friend. We know that you've been struggling a lot and that you got COVID going on, and your family has had it, and his son had broke. What did his son break again? Was it his foot?
Yeah.
Foot? Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
He's really had a time with it.
Yeah. And I think he said he was going to come on for a few minutes if he had time. Don't worry, CD. I know. I knew that you probably didn't feel well enough. He said he had a sore throat, and I recommended that he take a drink. A good drink of scotch or something.
Right.
And he's like, my throat's too sore to even do that.
I know. And poor guy, he wanted to do a live. He wanted to do a live so badly last week. And I know that he scheduled it, and then it got rescheduled. And I saw some of the comments that, but
that was quite hilarious, actually.
Poor guy has gone through it. He really he's trying to be committed, and he's got it coming at him from both sides right now with
absolutely. And I want to give hugs and sorry.
You're from
No, and I just want to give hugs and kisses as well to True Crime Web. I know that he's been, working on doing stuff. I see little things pop up when I'm at work and different things. And I just want to give my love and respect, of course, to him as well. And to Marvin Frank and Sleuth Intuition. Like I said, sometimes, I haven't seen True Crime Web. He's probably, maybe he's hiding in the background. But he's trying to... do more content, and that's the whole point, right?
I watched one of his lives the other night. I actually had never watched a full one of his lives, and he and Mrs. Steve were very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I miss Steve a little bit. I kind of miss him. So work on that, Sunny, for me.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
The more you ask, the more I won't.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, and I will say again, it's not technically anymore, but I do want to say really quickly, happy birthday to Chaotic Beauty,
Oh, yes.
who was on vacation and celebrating her birthday yesterday, August 3rd.
It's still her day here.
Still her birthday where you are, Sunny. So can we gloss to Chaotic?
I think we can. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think, did I not gloss for those donations? Because before we even went live, Derek Farmer donated, and shit, what did I say? Was it? Oh my god, why am I so bad? You know when you get a brain fart?
Jetta did.
Jetta did. I know Jetta.
And then I didn't see the other one. That was before.
No, I know, and I seen it, and then it leaves me. I'll find it. Don't you worry. Let me see. Okay, it's gonna be right here. You just gotta refresh. Come on, refresh the screen. It's right there. Come on. Gene Olson. I should know the name because my middle name is that Olson. So Gene Olson, Jetta, Derek Farmer. Thank you so much. So I needed a gloss anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, you know what? Let's say this again. We really truly want to thank all the donators last month. That it was my birthday, it was Adam's birthday, it was my wedding anniversary.
The gift subscriptions I thought were such a
gifts. Yeah. Thing. Like I said, I found out I was losing my job at the end of the month. Well, actually, it was supposed to be at the end of July, and they said, "Okay, people need to go on vacations. Can you stay a little longer?" Okay. Adam's already, but we just want to say, thank you, for the help, the kindness, the love. Again, we know that people do things out of the acts of their own heart, and we understand that. There's other people that do it in a way of coming to watch us, and there's people that come into a way of, liking, or, like I said, coming in here. Either way, it's all appreciated, and we just wanted again to say thank you so much. And
you have an update really quick.
Yeah.
I worked out a 6-month agreement with my landlord.
Okay.
To split the difference. So instead of my rent going up $500 a month, it's only going to go up $250 a month for the next 6 months.
For the next 6 months so far.
So it at least buys me some time. It gives him something.
Yeah. And are you able to negotiate your other rent or not really? The rent at your house?
That's gonna be something I've got to deal with in the next couple of weeks. But I wanted to take care of my living situation first. So
yeah,
that's the most important thing.
Well, I'm glad that there was a little leeway there for you, because that's just ridiculous.
I mean, they held out till the very end, because it was August 1st before we came to that agreement. But at least it buys me 6 months with it's fine. So, but thank you everyone so much for caring and just your support. So
yeah, absolutely.
I never asked for it.
Peace Not Silence is in the house still, right?
Yeah, I see him. I see Peace there.
Okay. Okay. Let me go. Is this one? Okay, that's that one. What's your? Let me see here. Michael is asking for the link to come on. How many accounts do you got, dude? Okay, my thing's right here. One second, actually. Okay, invite, copy link.
Oh, and also Clee Oliver, I am mailing your book out tomorrow. I didn't have the packaging until I got it today, but I am mailing it out tomorrow. It's all ready to go.
Oh, thank you, Adam. What am I trying to do? Okay, I'm trying to do this. Okay, 1 second. Just give me 2 secs, Adam.
No, you're good.
Thank
To what? Did you say that one more time?
Oh, maybe 30 seconds. I said 2 secs at him. Okay, so I gotta go to my own messenger here. Oh, my brain's getting a little slow right now. Okay, hold on. No, I just want to copy. Okay, that's all I want to do is copy. Okay.
While she's doing that, I will let everyone know. If everyone could go give, if everyone could check out Cold Truths live from 2 nights ago. She did an episode on a missing person from 2020 named Jamie Joe Tate from the Indianapolis area. I can't remember the actual town, but it's the Indianapolis, Indiana area. And she was missing from August 1st of 2020. Her name again is Jamie Joe Tate. And Cold Truth did the first part of a live stream about her a few nights ago, and she spoke to her mother. So if you could go give her a watch to bring some attention to that case, she deserves it.
Yeah.
Mel's got a big heart.
I didn't actually know she had done a live the other day.
Yeah, she did. And you know, it's not a case I'd heard of before, but I messaged her and we were talking about it a little bit back and forth. And, you know, and I mean, it's a girl that's been missing for 2 years and it hasn't really gotten much attention. So just wanted to get the word out there. If you could go check out Cold Truths live from 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
First.
And
Joe Tate.
I want to say, hey, Slope. I didn't even see it in there. I didn't even see Slope come in. I'm not even sure when you came in, Slope. And what was I going to say? I was going to say something, Adam, and then I forgot.
No, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Totally mine. You know how sometimes when something enters your head and then you're tired and then all of a sudden it's just like I was looking at something squirrel and then boop, gone, there it goes. It was about, well, I did want to let you know that I talked to, oh my God, why can't I think of her name? Oh my God, I'm sucking today.
What case?
I talked to Braden Mahon's grandma. And she said that everything,
Grandma.
yeah. So she said that everything's going okay. There's been a few bumps in the road. But hopefully, you know, like everything is still going okay. So I just wanted to check in just to let you know. Braden Mahon, for people that don't know, is the boy that the dad had come on the channel. We put it out. Next thing you know, thanks to the help of
Stephanie.
Thank you. Stephanie and True Crime Web, myself and this team and Deb and Adam, we were able to
and Nancy Grace.
Yeah. What'd you say?
And Nancy Grace.
And Nancy Grace, yeah. Well, and Nancy and me and you. Yeah, but Oprah, me and you. Okay. But anyways, he was able to be brought home, found safe, within what, couple days there?
A week, yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Okay. Hello, Michael.
Okay, you got my email. I apologize to Sonny. And Peace is on here. Like I told Sonny, I was sorry for being a complete and utter asshole. And why I'm on, Adam, was ASAB's attack on you on the drag thing supposed to be an attack? I think you'd rock it.
Thank you.
Did you see that? But yeah, Peace, I wanted to say sorry for being a complete and utter asshole.
Basically, Michael had sent me a message and I said, look, you know, because you obviously realize that what we did was wrong. I mean, you better at least, because like I said, it's so rare to give second chances. Michael, we understand your heart, but I don't sometimes care if I get hurt or somebody, you know, but when Peace Not Silence, I said, you needed to say sorry to him because he deserved an apology for what went on. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you took away from something what that was supposed to be a beautiful moment. And I'm sorry if I changed the direction. Again, ours was just something off the fly that we were going to do later. So, like I said, I'm doing, let me put it this way. I'm struggling with myself because I'll only accept your apology if peace accepts your apology, because it's really was the most hurtful thing that you were trying to attack on the channel, is when you try to care about somebody and understand that they have a big heart. It's different between the other people that you don't care about, but when you're trying to understand what you're telling us, we understand your heart into the Karina case, and then you attack us.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you. I knew something was coming. If you look back on my Facebook, remember I said after July 4th, sparks are going to fly? I was given a little heads up. Something was about to drop. And that's kind of where I was like, time was of the essence, still is. Because Marlene, a lot of stuff she's not wanting said or seen is about to come to light.
Yeah.
Including the text I sent Karina that night.
Now I was going to say, like, in all fairness, Michael, I like, only because we're going to be ending our live and I don't want to get into any of that stuff. Just because we were just staying on for a few moments. And so, like I said, you have your channel now. How many subscribers are you at?
I'm at 498 right now.
Okay. So you're 498 and your channel is growing. At the end of the day,
slow.
You're only 2 away from a community page.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing here is this, is that, again, when somebody does me wrong, it's so rare for me to ever go back on my word. Okay. It's just the way I'm built. It's how I work, because when somebody hurts me to the core, to forgive, I don't really forgive and forget, to be honest with you. I can forgive, but I'll always remember. But it takes a lot in me to do that, because I'm so much about trying to love and care. And I got the feisty side that says, look, and you're a Cancer too.
I'm a Cancer Leo cuss. Look at that. I got the Cancer side and I got that fiery side of the Leo.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But again, this for me, I'm a big girl. I can handle things. If I don't need people in my life, I don't have to. I don't do sorries. Never have, never will. Thank you for realizing what you did was okay. I should put it right up here. Okay. Thank you for realizing what you did was wrong, but your threats hurt my children and my community. I stand against those homophobia and racism. Okay.
I'm far from both, because hey, I had family growing up gay.
Yeah, but and again, you offered an apology, piece of saying I don't do sorries. What you did is, and Michael, again, take this with the way that it's being said. What you did was so hurtful to Peace and his family and our channel. Meaning you were upset because I was going to help you out that day, but then the daughter emailed me, and I was going to help you out on your birthday, just before your birthday, because I thought that more people, it's kind of like I'm caring about two people. I'm caring about this daughter that messages me, and then I'm caring about you, and I'm like, no, okay, no problem. We'll move yours closer to your birthday. That way, if people can help you out, they'll help you. And then it turned into this whole big thing about that, it's for his gay lover, it's for this, and then even Mikey Hiddle messaged me on Messenger and said, do you know a guy named Michael Phillips? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Is he literally going down my freaking messenger list messaging? But Mikey Hiddle.
Oh my God, on my Hunting Evil Facebook, all his friends are coming on me after he added me.
Yeah,
I've got all Mikey's freaking friends. Like literally, there's like 8 of them now that add my Hunting Evil.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, regardless, he messages me and goes, "Do you know this Michael Phillips guy?" And I'm just like, dude, I wasn't even paying attention to your attacks on us, to be honest. For the most part, I knew you were doing it because you were obviously messaging me saying I'm going to do this, but I actually wasn't really paying attention to what you were doing because at the end of the day, again, Michael, people that know us know that we're true to our hearts, that we're in it because of caring. You should know that, right? But
And as above, so below, and Curly, their attack on everybody, that's when us, like, we need to let bygones be bygones. And it's time to team up. And it's about time for those two to go. I hate saying that.
No, those two need to go. Absolutely. And well, especially the one, I'll say the ASB channel. Again, you reap what you sow. They'll get their just desserts. And because
Oh, yeah. And you see, I never, on my channel, attack like I said I would. I just couldn't bring myself to do that. And then seeing him attack me, you, everybody for talking to Blaine and others, what did I get out of Blaine? And then me and him agreed. The real reason, like, Kegan went to Vegas. He knew the ties that Kegan already had with the drug ring. I knew. Then with that life, we were like, the real reason.
Right.
It wasn't weed.
I was gonna say, like, meaning we haven't, like, I don't want to get into the stuff though, because this is like, I don't want to get into the case stuff. The bottom line is that you came on to offer an apology, again, and to peace. And again, just because you offer it doesn't mean someone has to accept it. I'm glad that you're saying that you're sorry, but obviously actions speak louder than words.
Right.
But once you break somebody's trust, it's really hard to get back. And you hurt this channel, Michael. Like, you have a lot of information for certain things. Doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean I'm right about all the information I have. Not even claiming to at the end of the day. But the biggest thing you can ever do is attack me where it counts most, or attack us, I should say, where it counts most, is to attack the channel that just really wants to care about everyone. And there's so many people, this, there's so many people that have blocked you out of their lives because they don't want your rants and this and that. And we kept listening to you, trying to understand you, bringing you on the live so people could understand. And the more you actually did and understood, people wanted to hear you, and hear what you say. You took a good moment and you absolutely ruined it in a sense. At the end of the day, people, Peace got his computer. The kids were happy. Noah had a birthday and everything worked out. Go ahead, Adam.
And maybe all it really needs is for time to show itself and for time to heal and for, actions to speak louder than words. So, I don't hold anything against you, Michael. I actually, I included you the other night when we were talking about gratitude because, I am grateful for the fact that, you, whether or not I understood you all the time, I appreciated that you did continue to try to get Karina's case the attention it deserved. And
I still am.
I know you are.
Not going to explain, but I will be on the stand.
But I won't.
That
ever,
is guaranteed.
But I won't ever forget that you did do that. So, I will always be grateful for the fact that you are the primary reason that I was aware of Karina's case.
Yeah, and we don't ever take away from that. We didn't get to talk too much. We talked a little bit about Delphi, but that's mostly typically because I would ask you about people with Delphi. We didn't really think Karina's been your case. It was never our case. Our case has always been Delphi stuff. And then
with Adam being on, can I square something away? Like the birthday little jokes and everything. That wasn't going like hitting on him and secretly gay. Adam knows what I was getting at. That shows like how open I am. It's like
I do, Michael. Yeah.
I ain't attacking like gays or anything like that, or racism or anything like that.
Oh,
I hope a black girl. And then, you know what I mean? So getting accused of that, I'm like, Adam knows differently on that.
Yeah.
I'm confused because you attacked Peace clearly about his gay lover and the different things.
He was talking about something separate about about the sending
It's
me
raining men.
he sent me a joke in Messenger that you know,
I know that song.
interpreted as hitting on me or whatever, but I didn't take it that way.
No.
I mean, I didn't know what your intention was after
I knew he was gay, and
That's
then I was like,
came
"It's
out.
raining men.
But,
Happy birthday!"
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's like it's all about intent, you know. And when you understand someone's intentions, it goes a long way.
Because I had to have him say "laugh out loud." Thank you.
I get it. So I mean, but yeah, I know it can be confusing when, you know, like, because, you know, like, I know that, like, the video that, like, was put out about me yesterday or the day before, which I've not watched, but I've heard about.
Oh my god.
I don't.
It has you
it
in
was
complete
nice
drag.
about-
I don't know how you did your lips and your face and everything.
I
don't get.
I seen the picture and I felt that, hey, you know what? You look great with a blonde wig.
I don't know.
Right? He looks great in drag. Was that supposed to be a tech?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
well, like I
it's
said,
not real, I guess, you know, but you know, it was like the intent. You know, it'd be one thing if it's a friend of yours saying it to you, as a joke,
exactly.
but it's another thing when it's meant to be cruel and mean.
Yeah.
So, and I don't care. You know, like I said, I didn't watch it. I'm a big boy. I don't care. I can handle myself.
Yeah. One day they'll understand that I really, it's, you know what? It's, for this part, it's not about for me personally. Like, I just speak for myself on this because I don't want to speak for Adam or Deb. I could care less about the attack people try to do on us lately, right? They're just going to go from channel to channel, attacking someone along the way. You know, stick me in a piggy outfit, stick me in a gargoyle outfit. I don't care. I really don't. But what I will do, what I will do each and every time is that when channels feel the need to go on to the attack to hurt people, and you want to hurt other people along the way, again, me, I can handle it. I'm a big girl, okay? And yeah, oh my God, is that a big joke? But anyways, I will go to YouTube, and we will keep going to YouTube until they see all the disrespectful, the hate speech, the racial slurs, the gay slur, all those
The
things.
attack on disabilities. I know you
You're-
kind of caught on to that.
Yeah, the attack on disabilities.
Me and Randy. That's sick.
If
when
you're
you're
gonna
with
violate the terms,
every
of
rule
YouTube's
of
policy,
YouTube.
you know, YouTube has policies and standards. If you're gonna break them, you can't get pissy when you get called out on it.
Yeah, Curly, Six Pack, and Xena Princess is Michael and Wendy's handles. So I'm just giving you a heads up. If you see those two in here,
I don't know. Yeah,
you know where that's going to on Curly.
I could, you know what?
Yeah.
I honestly, I literally could care less about.
I'm just
Curly
over the
Yeah,
the
don't
personal
give
attacks. Everybody's here for one reason, but yet
Correct.
these two, they're like, "Oh, look at me," and going on an attack like Graz did. Graz was on a meth binge, and it makes me wonder about these two.
Well,
I'm not gonna.
Meth psychosis.
I don't know.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say at the end of the day, really, we could care less. Like, meaning when I say we could care less, we will keep reporting and doing all that behind the scenes. As for wanting to talk about them, we really don't care anymore. Like meaning we never cared in the first place. But again, awareness, because if people want to support that type of channel, go ahead. Support those type of channels all day long. But if we catch you dissing us, you know, even those stupid little comments that I've seen one or a couple of them, you know, where it said something like, "Hey, asshat, are you going to gloss to that?" You know, and stuff like that. That just means that you're trying to make fun of something from this channel. Block.
Yeah.
You know, so the subscribers kind of keep going like this lately. Why? Because I just keep hitting block when I come across.
And if you look at straight from the horse's mouth, she said she doesn't want to get on into that tonight, because if she gets into that, she's never going to go to bed.
Yeah, and I'm not no, because we're not right, and I don't even want to talk about that part anymore. What I want to say, because we gotta go. It's 3 hours long. My husband's gonna need to go to bed soon. As Michael, we appreciate the fact I let you on so that you could do an apology. I haven't even had time to read your message. What I said to you in that email, yeah. You can't do a copyright strike, dude, unless I'm using stuff from your channel. and I don't do that. I don't use stuff.
Hey, the pie to the face. Come on now.
Yeah, that's funny. See, it's okay that you can do certain things. You can make parodies. You're allowed to make parodies. And
Hey, now.
And that's fine.
It looked like I took a cum shot to the face, to be honest. What the hell?
Michael.
Sorry. Adam's over there laughing.
You know.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Remember when I put a pie to his face in that short little video?
Oh.
Remember?
And I had nothing but white afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I just took a shot to the face. Like,
yeah. So
it's in my eyes.
You're allowed, let me put it this way. Those are acceptable. You're allowed to create parodies. You're allowed to create that stuff. That's absolutely fine. And I mean, I literally got an email back one time because I think Graz, remember he had me in a wig with like a suction cup to my boob or something like that. And I'm sitting there going, I'm going to report that. Just
yes, I missed a lot.
Yeah.
You watch more.
Yeah, no, it was an older one. And I was like, dude. And I was like, really? You know, but YouTube basically came back and say, well, you're allowed to kind of do certain things. It's okay. So I was like, fine, I'll just make parodies bouncing my freaking hand off of his face or something like that if I want to then, because it's how you do it, Right. But at the end of the day, YouTube will take notice of these channels. They will get taken down. It might not be that very moment or whatever. Anyways.
What goes around.
Right now. Out of respect for peace, because again, everything was about peace. Adam, Dub, myself have our own choice if we to accept your apology and forgive you or not. Peace, like I said, has his own mind and thinking as well. And it's one of those things. You know what? I don't know what this little soft spot is for you that I shouldn't have, because you've been trying to do a lot of hurtful things, and yet we weren't trying to ever. I mean, yeah, we made some slapstick remarks, yeah, but we have always just kind of, that's just Michael, yeah, talk on whatever. Tried to be more helpful, if anything, than most people gave you. A lot of people don't give you time, and that's the truth,
Oh yeah.
And then it
like Jerry attacking me, saying I'm a liar. I'm like,
but,
I don't know everything before the presser.
But you can't, but you know what? That's Karina's grandma, and you can't.
I know.
She's
I know. Yeah.
Because you can't understand that woman's pain, so you just can't comment on it.
Yeah.
She deserves to feel however she feels.
Yeah. But anyway, so
sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I was just gonna say. So, Michael, thank you for coming on to apologize. If you could just hop off now, that would be great, because we're going to get off in a second. And I just want to say, thank you for coming on to apology. Again, everyone has the right to accept that apology or not accept that apology.
And Michael, I've already told you, you have it from me. I've nothing against you. So we're good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just what I was getting at is like, get that out of the way, and then
what?
We all need to kind of stick together, especially when you got people trying to bash us. Like, nah, that's time to stick together. You know what I mean?
You were bashing us, so that was the problem.
Hey, after those two had started attacking, I was like, oh, hell no, it's time to come out with their gloves off. This is kind of getting some BS.
Right. Well, and that's up to Sunny and Deb how they decide to handle,
right.
their own feelings.
At the end of the day, I don't really honestly care about those channels. Pond Scum will always be bottom feeders, right? It's just
another Greeno.
At the end of the day, the strongest weapon is to ignore them. They can go on. Hey, you know what? Keep making videos about me, right? The more you do, the more popular we get. So I don't know what the problem is there. But anyways, at the end of the day, the best weapon is just to ignore them, because they're not worth it. Like, they may be worth it to like the dirt in the ground. I don't know. Or they're not worth it to us. So, but behind the scenes, am I going to report? Am I going to, go talk to YouTube and make, Absolutely. Because it's just not right. Because people should work together. But would I ever give either of those two people the time of day ever again? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Actually, there's 3 people. Maybe 4, actually. Because they've shown that I wouldn't want them in my life or in any part of my life, community.
Before you go, I want to say one thing. I am still making the trip to Cutler. I am pushing myself there. I do got the tip, but other than that, when I do get there, I'm gonna have to go black because most likely it's not everything else that I was gonna go live and show, hey, I'm here and I'm doing what I'm saying. And if I find anything, be like, look, I'm most likely not gonna have some unless I can find a plug-in at night I can kind of sneak to, steal some juice, and then keep my stuff up and going. But yeah, I am still going because even Marlena's side, if you look at the live, one thing, this is the only time I bring it up. The one thing in the mirror, even Blaine said he went to that apartment. It's like his niece, and they took the mirror off and showed him a hole behind the wall. Matches exactly what Marlena told me, and what she told me what happened. It was somebody's head going into that wall. So it matches the same crime scene. I do have a cadaver dog, and I got permission both to get into that basement or not get hidden or cleaned up. I got forensics I'm working with on that, but on the same time, I got a cadaver dog going to the real crime scene. And I'm hoping to God that shows something.
But you would wait, of course, till the coroner's report came back, correct?
Well, I'm kind of doing it behind the scenes where Ellie and me would know about it, and it would be something like I'm working with an HQ. I'm just going to say that it can overpower Peru. But if there's a real crime scene and it's said 3 crimes happened there, Blaine's in the process of getting some forced information out of somebody. And like he said, one way or another, he's going to get the real information. And he's going to get the names, who was there, what crimes, out of a certain somebody. And like he said, they're there, the answers are there, and he's going to get them.
Well, the answers will come out, you know.
He's going to get them out because like he said, she's like a niece, and I'm not putting names out there. And like he said, when I told him about the mirror and the hole in the wall, matches exactly what Marlena said. There's some things that are going to come out during that trial. Marlena's hiding.
Absolutely.
And there's a drug debt. That was the reason what they did to Karina to get the money back. It was a drug debt she doesn't want seen.
Mm.
And it's not on Karina.
You know, again,
Yeah.
we don't, you know more about that stuff. And obviously, regardless, Blaine.
Yeah, me and Blaine's going to kind of bring that up like the next time we go live. I might actually go live on his channel, kind of make it a little bit better. But we're going to start hitting a few big topics like that. Me and him both know there was a drug debt. The amount, even we came up with the same amount. He told me one. He was like, the one you said is about right, what I heard. And he's from the inside of the ring. From his standpoint, and I'm on the outside looking in. And when we found the exact same amount and who the debt was to, and they tried pushing, it was on Karina.
It was off the grandma.
Actually, there was a drug debt, 2 different sides. And if you look up
Not
when,
Jerry.
no, but it was on Kenan. If you look up 2016, the time when Karina went missing, you're going to see a warrant for hers. Jerry said was for a theft from Kohl's. But her brother's manufacturing, felon with a possession of a handgun. It was his bus part of the day. And then when it goes to LaBrittany and Marlena, the 2 you seen on the presser, why do you think she was so emotionless? When I was talking to her, and I'm not going to bring this out and show it, but it was documented, audio and video. And I'm showing, and I'm telling you, she was emotionless, stone cold when she was explaining what happened to her daughter, then her going and picking up a cell phone and glasses toward the crime scene, emotionless. If that was my kid, I'd be bawling. I'd be a basket case, but talk to me like how I'm talking to you, emotionless.
Oh, yeah.
After she gets done talking, she just goes, made me sick. And I'm like, and to see her up there, no emotion whatsoever, but you see Jerry's emotion.
Right. Yeah.
What does that tell you?
I don't judge anyone's emotion. I don't judge anyone's way of mourning. You know, like I can't say that
I'm just saying, I got audio and video. When I met her, her own saying who the killer was, he's on Coquitlam Fire Department, was at the time. And that's from Marlena's own mouth. And I got an audio and video. It was not Flint.
Wow.
Well, I was gonna say,
Yes,
But yeah, I'm gonna like
we
get
just
off here and like Sunny
we
ass.
need to let the
well, just
court case
just
go.
yeah. I mean, again, you have your channel that you can go on about it all day long, and that was the whole point from before, Michael. Remember, is that to get your channel going, you should, for the most part, besides doing some lives and that, get your channel up there, right? Talk about that stuff.
Oh, it's going slow right now. It's like I hit that 1K. I got a feeling it'd be about a year or two if I can hit that 1K.
Well,
I'm halfway there, but it's like 1 or 2 a week, and I'm like, this is going forever. I'm getting there, but I'm almost halfway there, and I'm like, this took almost like 5.5 years from like my what is it, just Fight for Justice page to this one. I'm like, putting those two together, I'm still not even anywhere close. So this is going on 6 years. I've been trying to push and get up there. I'm still not even close.
Yeah, I know. 1 second, Laura.
Laura, thank you. Can we gloss for Laura?
I don't know what she said. I see Sunny.
Oh, Laura said have Adam check his PayPal tonight.
Thank you very much, Laura.
No, but there's more. It says I must have.
Must have C.
Well, I mean, I checked my PayPal. Thank you very much, Laura.
Oh, because all I see was I must have, and I thought, oh, she was going to say something like, oh, I must have accidentally hit cancel, or I must have did something.
Yeah, she hit cancel, Sonny. She hit cancel.
Well, I was thinking it was from the other night or something. Because
no, thank you very much for that. That was very generous of you, Laura. Thank you.
I think what she said is I must have deposited $1 million to the wrong account. It was meant to go to Sunny's. I think it was something like that.
I think PayPal has a limit.
I don't know.
I think it's like 20K. I think 20K is the PayPal limit.
Laura June has COVID fever. I understand.
Oh.
And hey, I keep seeing Rainbow like in the chat and everything.
Yeah.
When's Peace gonna bring her on? Be like, oh yeah, hey, this is Rainbow, by the way.
She's a kid.
Yeah.
I never seen that.
No sucking up right now. No sucking up, bud.
She's a kid, and you got to be careful when we're talking about it on a true crime channel, especially.
And Teresa, I've done it's it's at a big whopping 0.
Yeah.
She asked to put mine on my channel and everything. I'm like,
yeah,
I have, and it's a big 0.
Yeah, Michael. Good night.
I'm gonna let you get off. Night.
Yes. Good night. Bye. And I see that I look down and I see Deb there too, going, "Good night, Michael." On there.
I smell the oven. I was like, because I had food cooking, and I was like, oh, I gotta get out here.
Yeah, I just was curious what was still the end of Laura's. Oh, is that what she was trying to say? I have COVID fever. I must have COVID fever. So that's what she was saying. All righty. Anyways, Adam, unless there's anything else that you wanted to say.
Nope.
My ass is tired, and I need to
take it to bed.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, I was expecting to be off of here half an hour ago now.
Yeah, it's a new. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll let you go because like I said I have food cooking. So, and I think I smell it burning. So I need to go get it out of the oven.
Okay. You smell what burning?
I just had some food cooking, and now I smell it burning.
Oh, okay. All right. Everyone, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, and I guess what's today? We'll see you on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see you Friday.
See you Friday, guys. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Care. Good night, everyone. Thank you again, Mods. Thank you, Peace Not Silence. Thank you, Derek. Yeah, and
thank you, Peace.
Gene Olsen and Jetta for the like I said, the super chats and stickers tonight. And thank you guys so much. Night, Sloop. Do. Bye, Teresa. Yeah, bye, Cal. Bye, Grace. Go ahead. Bye. Bye.